love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth I ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Millions vibes and a little insight. Gonna keep it real day or night. Tune in, lean back, and you'll see. It's D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. 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 D-Love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth I ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Stories, vibes, and a little insight. Here we keep it real day or night. Tune in, lean back, and you see. It's D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. 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 D-Love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth I ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. Just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be.
Hey. Oh, I know my screen is black. Why is my screen black? Oh, hey, y'all. This your girl, D-Love from the. I, I, I keep playing with the button. Hey, this your girl, D-Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life, Chicago, that is. And I appreciate you being here. And thank you, Michael, for being my number one. You on time, baby boy. Number one, I appreciate it. And I gotta play this video real quick. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it so that and let me know if you can hear it when I play it. Um, Come on, D Love. All right, let me play this for you. And I have to figure out how to okay, hold on. I get it. Okay, let me do this real quick. Cause you know, in these YouTube streets, you better be ready, baby. Cause if you ain't, you gotta stay ready instead of get ready. It's 4 people here. I thank you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. And then we're gonna get started on today's topic that everybody's talking about. Oh, let me add me. Here you go.
Are you one of those folks who think everything on the internet is true? Think again. The content on this channel, it's all about having a good time and sharing some laughs. But remember, it's for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed here, they're just for your enjoyment and shouldn't be taken as professional advice or factual statements. Always do your own research and consult qualified experts for any specific concerns.
Sorry.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But keep in mind, viewer discretion is advised. Stay smart, stay safe, and keep it fun.
And in that order, I saw I lost some people, but they don't want to. That's on them. You know you got to stay after this Tiffany Henyard on WVON today. I said you better stay ready before you have to get ready. So here we are. How you all doing today? Uh-oh, she talking again. Sorry. And I hope that maybe during this video I will play that again, that message. So let's get to business. Why you are here. I had a hard time finding that video that everybody's watching. Okay, I found it. And I'm going to play it today. And I don't know, do you know the history of WVON? Let me delete this. WVON was around for years in the African American community, like Defender newspaper. And yes, so that's where WVON is rich in history and culture. So I don't know if you know that about WVON. So you get a lot of prominent politicians that goes through WVON. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it. We ain't gonna wait for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Let's present it. I watched part of the interview, but I couldn't. I don't know. Something didn't allow me to watch the whole thing. I said, "I'll just wait." I hope it's not this long because this is like it's a two-part. Who got this much time to be watching this? You ready? Let's go. Here we go. Hey, cynical. Good evening. You will not learn much. It was a softball interview, almost at the point that I think the interviewer is Tiffany's friend. Tiffany's friendly or friend. That's why I couldn't watch as much. But I said I didn't want to be biased. So this ain't worth watching. But everybody's talking, so let me get to the business. And I think this is her first day interview. We ain't got to watch her do all this, to be honest. Ay, Dios mío.
Rose, a 16-minute ride. Right now, if you're on the Dan Ryan, 95th to downtown, 12 minutes, I-57 and the Bishop 42 Subway Lakeshore Drive. Smooth sailing. Your weather for today, cloudy to partly sunny. We are under a winter weather advisory, a high of 9 degrees. But when you factor in the wind chills, it feels more like negative 15 to negative 25 tonight, a low of negative 8. I'm Candace McCollum with an update on traffic and weather on the Talk of Chicago 1690.
I used to bring home $300-$400.
All right.
Genres, eclectic, all works. Don't box me in. Listen, guys.
Hey,
there's so much happening. This is worldly news. This is the talk of the nation.
Turn it up. You got to turn it off. I know. I was gonna, but I got some messages, and I said, "Well, I'll go ahead and play it."
We are listened to across the globe. I'm well read and well traveled and well versed, but I'm humble enough to.
Girl, nobody cares.
Very vital fact. Today is earmarked for Dr. Martin.
Is Cleo okay? Because I want to make sure.
Is this MLK Day? Why is she on here? They want them ratings. I don't care what you say. Because they ain't never had as many people watching their channel.
With programming that inspires, educates, and celebrates its enduring impact. On Monday, January 20th, experience 2 powerful films streaming all day. King in the Wilderness, a moving documentary. King's assassination, and available all month on demand. A Time for Freedom, documenting the historic 1957 prayer pilgrimage and 6 intimate interviews courtesy of the Cunhart Film Foundation, featuring Dr. King's contemporaries. This January, WVON TV is your destination to reflect, learn, and celebrate the dream that continues to inspire. Watch us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV Plus, the WVON app, or at VON.tv. VON TV at the intersection of Black and proud. Hi, Miss Smith. How are you?
Oh, honey, thanks for asking.
How many commercials they got? Put your headphones on. Put your headphones on. You know if you want me to slow it down.
Mine is Dalton. She's over a township, right? So I'm gonna list them. You got Blue Island, Burnham, Calumet City, Dixmoor, Dalton, East Hazelcrest, Glenwood.
Hey, she had to just look that stuff up.
Harvey, Hazelcrest, Homewood, Lansing, Markham, Phoenix, Posen, Riverdale, South Holland, and Thornton. And then she has 10 unincorporated towns. So what made her super is that she a boss, right?
Hey, why she explain why it's unincorporated?
So I'm gonna preface it that way. But I also want to build back to how she became. And you can't become until you look at the history from whence we came. So the teacher in me is going to walk us through some history. And I want you all to follow me. Because I'm going to say 2 words, 1 name. Frank Zuccarelli. Now, if anybody knows anything about Zuccarelli, aka the Z Team, you know that there is an elongated history, so much so that it is ingrained in just some historical measures.
She must know something about the Z Team, or somebody's been researching about the Z Team, because everybody doesn't know about the Z Team, and I'm kind of over the Z Team.
So from the city of Chicago, we have our very own, now formerly Alderman Ed Burke, who served 54 years, long-term committeeman, right? So then when we look to the Southland, undeniably, they have or they had Frank Zuccarelli. And I was talking about some history. So when we talk about just multiple roles and the political sphere, you can't help but to identify Zuccarelli.
Hey, is she drinking regular water?
You could look at Mike Madigan. You could look at Ed Burke. What do they all have in common? They're Caucasian male, right? And they had powerhouses across the state of Illinois. So Zuccarelli, the township of Thornton collectively is about 158,000. Let's round up. Give or take, folks, be moving. But when you think about just time served, 43 years, he served as both trustee, and 34 of those were the chairman of South Suburban College. And in fact, another 2 years as student trustee. That's a long time. Most of y'all don't stay on jobs more than 5 years. So with that being said, we got 40 plus years in service at one institution that is a staple in the Southland. So then when we look at committeemen, he served.
It looked like she's reading a script.
2+ decades, right? So committeeman of Thornton. And then when we look at Thornton Township Supervisor,
that's what
that came in 1993. So all of this ended in his sudden death in 2022. So under that township leadership, he had 170 full-time, some part-time roles. And even in the papers, they referred to him as the boss. So a concoction of a few mixtures. Now, there's a lot of folks that had immense love for Frank Zuccarelli. And it's not to be smudged, right? Some of the papers that I read through the years also referred to him as a boss, gain of patronage, favors, the deficit of Thornton, the mismanagement, the splurges. One trip he took to South Carolina, he spent $46,000, right? Talking about I'm going to go see and assess, after the shooting, how they are coping and managing in terms of the community, because he wanted to emulate it.
I'm only watching this because you all said I've received messages to say we should review this. Okay. Not because I want to. But I speed it up too.
Right. So I picked up on all of that to say that there's a behavioral pattern that's undeniable out of many of the townships and regions where we had long-term service, right? Especially when we look at white patronage. And then, when we looked at salary, and I'm building this up because it was so many correlations to current time of just some of the same problems. Zuccarelli was the highest paid Illinois elected official. Now, when we look at this from a country perspective, he was the highest paid, second to one of the governors across the country, all from Thornton Township, right? So when I say I'm gonna break this down, I want y'all to understand both committeeman salary, which is not published, right? Because you can earn a salary.
I really think that now I don't have a problem with her going on WVON, but I did see a portion of it when she said that the people are jealous of her. And I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. Instead of being on the show, you really need to be where the people going to be who's going to elect you. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily on this show talking about we jealous of you. Girl, we need to hear you out here. Not in the city of Chicago. City of Chicago can't help you right now.
Salary outside of wherever you do your thing, as long as you're organizing for the party. You have chairman of board of trustees at South Suburban College for 34 years. And then you had Thornton Township supervisor. So I'm counting 3 bags right there.
3 bags.
Last but not least, right? When we talk about, his untimely death, it shook the Southland because the calculus hadn't been put to play. And it was a 60-day count. And on that 59th day, 10 minutes before it was time, some would say a star was born. Some would say this young lady hit the lottery. And some would say it was the luck of the draw. But it was out of 8 people that selected Mayor of Dalton, Tiffany Henyard, to serve and be the successor after Frank Zuccarelli.
Hey, she's telling the story. She's not telling the story right. Did you notice that? She's saying that after Frank Zuccarelli, she was the reason why she became a mayor of Dalton. But she don't realize those are 2 different entities, right? Why is she? I don't think she realized what she just said.
Like I said, she's in the studio now. When we come back, we're going to hear from the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
I heard Kamal was there.
I'm Candace McCollum, and here's what's happening in your local and national news. The Cook County Sheriff's Office services at Cook County Jail. In other news, the U.S. Department of Justice is
like homegirls to me.
This is really about.
And at VON.TV, VON TV.
At 11:30 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. When you think Wendy's Biggie Bag, think your go-to meal deal. Because with your choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich, plus
village of Dalton, and that's why I go so hard for Dalton, right? Basically, my mom came in about 85, 87 or so, and I went to every school: Berger Vandenberg, Thornridge, Dirksen, Robert Morris University, and here I am now. When I ran for office in 2013, I became the first youngest.
She never said that if she had graduated from college. She always said she went to college. That's how I would like for her to clear that up. And her and Robert looked like they were the youngest on that board at that time.
Pause, because you're skipping over something vital.
Okay.
What super mayors sometimes forget, because she's been serving for a while, is that she's an entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
Hey, Cynical, you're definitely right. And that's the one thing we can appreciate. I'm just saying, I ain't taking sides, but I'm listening like everybody else, that at least in the Steve interview with Jason House, we were able to learn what is his direction and what is that he's going to do when he gets into office. This conversation sounds like homegirls conversation.
So before you even decided to run, you were in these streets serving up that good burger. Talk to me about the entrepreneurial side of your brain, because you didn't just get here haphazardly. There has to be some calculus in the tea leaves that make you smart, as the young folks would say.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that, because you glossed past that.
Okay, definitely. I'll back up. Thank you for catching that. So when I was in school, I was always an entrepreneur. I used to sell bad candy. When it was $1, you buy your chews, your fruities, and I sell it to all my classmates. So that's what kind of started my entrepreneur spirit. After that, when I went to college, I went to night school. I don't like getting up early in the morning. I'm not a day person at all. So when I went to night school, we didn't have anywhere to go to get food but the vending machines. So I then went home and I used to make meals. So I did a hamburger.
So you gonna tell me Robert Morris didn't have a vending machine?
Helper, things like that, cakes and cookies, and I sold it out of a duffel bag in school. I used to bring home $300-$400 a day, and then I hired my classmates. I started getting employees. I started a whole business literally in business school. So from there, I then bought a building in Calumet City, and I created.
You see how she just glossed over graduating from college to went and bought a building. How did you get the money to buy a building?
Good Burger. I had Good Burger for 20 years, and I sold hand-packed turkey and beef burgers, and then hand-cut fries. From there, I went out the contracts. I went into Perry State College. I went into South Suburban College. I always been a hustler. That's why y'all can't break me, and I will never give up, because I know how it feels to hustle all day to make whatever the goal is to bring home, and that's why you see my grind the way it is today.
And we're gonna pull back all those layers, but for those that knew, because you identified Tiffany from the block, I always try to connect it to the business side of, your boss attributes, because, I think you're a different breed. Everybody would agree to that, right? And it got to be something that is rooted, that drives you. And it's not any of these titles.
Definitely.
You are a mother.
Yes.
And I want folks to understand what that means for you, right? So
I don't mean to be mean, but what does being a mother has to do with what you're doing today? Because you did lay off a lot of mothers and fathers, and I'm sure you didn't really care. Yeah, she sounded like a drug dealer. Really, like, who takes a duffel bag to school with food in it and sell it out your bag? And if she was downtown at Robert Morris, they had McDonald's. They had a lot of restaurants you could have gone to. Sounds kind of.
You are a mother. You are a Black woman, and you go hard for Dalton.
Black woman.
But as a mother, why?
Why? Because I want my daughter to have the same opportunities that I'm trying to get for every other Black girl or a kid or woman in America. Right now, it's the hardest thing for a woman to be empowered. When a woman's in leadership role, they feel we're stupid. They feel we don't know anything, and they feel that we can be bought, and we're not. We do.
Boy, she don't think she was bought. Saint Center said there are a lot of single parents out there. Next, really, and they don't rely on getting food out the the basket. Oh, she said the duffel bag, y'all.
Do not want to stick with the status quo. We want people to be right in government. Everybody that's in government is not bad, is not corrupt. And I am living proof of that. But yet they painted me as this bad person or corruption or thief. I'm none of those. I am fighting against the people that are. But people have to hear my story to understand where I am and where I come from and why I've continued to fight and stand in the fire for them. Next month, we have Black History Month. Why we got the shortest month of the year? Why? Why is it only that month we talk about the Black leaders or the people that have uplifted us as we grow? Because we all have mentors, the people we look up to. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks. And I tell everybody, I am her. I am Rosa Parks. The difference between back then and now is I'm living the same dream as her. What did she not want to do? Give up her seat, right? She would not give up her seat. What am I doing today? Not giving up my seat.
I don't know if she realized that Rosa Parks, and I had to learn that as I had gotten older, that was a organization that practiced that get Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks wasn't the first person to do it, but she was the first person that they looked to. So she has to go past. She had to do a little bit more history. St. Rosa is turning over in her resting place. Yeah. She said, I am Rosa Parks.
And we're going to talk about that because you made a hell of a correlation in terms of what's at stake. And as I walk us through the series, because you like a whole book.
Yeah.
It's a series of collections that, for real, when we look in hindsight, one day, God is going to bless us to live to grow old. And if not, live to tell the stories through others. And it's a series. And it's a lot of you that I want folks to take away as we pull back these layers, because we're going to get into the weeds, guys. Like, ultimately, she's alluding to a few things: the seat, the fire, the brimstone, right? So, and yes, she's still standing. And the question is why. When you think about the village of Dalton, 8-mile radius, right? About nearly 22,000 residents. That little spot on the map, is it that important? Or is the bigger picture, the supervisor
That's
picture,
a good question,
critical? And if so, why? So when we look at Thornton Township, you would agree is the second most powerful township in the state. And what makes it powerful is that it delivers the votes. Let's be clear,
correct,
right? Yes, the vast majority is reflective. Let's say about 60-40 in terms of white and black. But when you think about the village of Dalton, it's predominantly black. But both of whom have historically been in some deficits or mismanagement or poor leadership, and it's continued. So that's undeniable. Now everybody's probably asking, well, what's her role in it? We have a sheet. We're going to get to that, right? But first, I want to jog your memories too.
And to be honest, first of all, I don't know if you realize this, but I got this thing on fast mode because this really is a challenge to listen to all this. And I can't do 3 hours of them talking slow. I don't know if it's 3 hours or not. Hey, Made in Texas, glad you can join us. I don't know. She's giving her, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is about. Girlfriend conversation.
The mayoral leaders that came before you. Bill Shaw comes to mind.
Yes.
And first of all, we wouldn't know if there was a lot of things going on that is bad unless somebody told us. She kind of put it out there. That's how we realized what was happening out here that forced the trustees to put it out in the open. Other than that, a lot of people wouldn't know what's happening. We didn't know what Frank Zuccarelli was doing or any mismanagement unless we're in the know.
The Shaw brothers.
Yes.
If you didn't see one, you saw the other, right?
Yeah.
From 97 to 2008. That's undeniable. So you had some decent leadership, but then you decided to run for trustee. Yes. What made you run?
Well, again, I always been a leader. So I took on the role of Black Club president. So on my block, I always try to get the neighbors engaged, make sure you.
Hey, isn't that what Cassandra said? She used to do her neighbor on the block, and the one who told her to run. Let me know if I'm wrong or not. And also, she don't really say, like, why did you run? Like, really answer the question, why did you run? Like, I took student government, or I didn't like what something was happening. Like, give us a reason why, not that PC answer.
You know your neighbor. When we went to school and got out, sometimes we go to the neighbor house, and that's the thing that I wanted to bring back. Basically unity amongst community and us building one another. So when my parents went home, we go to neighbor's house, that feed us, that help us with our homework, things of that nature. So the issue was over a tree. It's that simple. It was over a tree. We wanted a tree cut on the block, but it went on our property. It was on someone else's property. I went to a board meeting and I asked them, hey guys, we have a tree. It's messing up the plumbing. It's leaning over in the street where we dance and do our routines at. Can you please come and cut it down? And basically when I went, they flipped.
Oh, see, they didn't talk about that. I think she was a dance teacher or I remember listening to Fania interview that she had a dance club or something.
Me off. They said, I'll sit down. What you talking about, little girl? Because I was young. I was a teenager at the time. And from there, it got me interested in government because I didn't know who ran our city. I didn't know what that looked like. And when I saw just all older people, no youth, nobody that can actually be our voice and understand what we want, I ran for office. Now, don't get me wrong. That kicked me off the ballot when I first ran. I didn't know the game, didn't know nothing. I was so young, what the hell is, didn't know nothing. So then after that,
I was looking for that too, right? There's never any history. So y'all getting some real exclusive.
Yeah.
When you knocked off the ballot, it's as though you ain't never ran. I've been kicked off the ballot too. So you got knocked off the ballot, but you got back up.
I did. Dust yourself off, try again, as a leader site. Yes.
Okay. So tell me. So when I think of you and you fill in the blanks, you think of Zuccarelli, I think of the Z team, right? Now, the boss had the Z team. Were you a part of that apparatus, or did you become ingratiated?
Well,
did they find you once you got knocked off the ballot?
Well, they did, but I never joined like per se the Z team. I was a part of it, but from afar, because I just can't go with status quo. I'm my own person. So I've always helped when they call for us to go get signatures, things of that nature. What people don't understand or didn't know about Frank Zuccarelli, he worked through his people. That's how he was able to stay in office for so long. That's the problem I'm having now. No one wants to work together. Everybody wants to be the dictator.
I'll slow it down for a minute for y'all.
I want people to do the same like I did with Frank Zuccarelli. We all work together. When Frank had a judge, attorney that wanted to run for judge, things of that nature, he went to every single town, which is 17 cities he conquered. He had those mayors, those elected officials. They went out and got the signatures for his slates. That's how this game worked. He didn't go do it, but he had the resources and the connections to make it work.
So what she's identifying is the strength and power of relationships. But as two Black women that are on the most powerful Black-owned radio station in the country, we ain't white. And that ain't right. Right?
Yeah.
Come on now. Why they always throw that race game out? Like, I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right that they continue to do stuff like that. Like, let's call a spade, but it don't like say it because it's a Black or a white thing. If you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. Just, let's cut that trying to, back in the day, that Black thing and Black and white Blacks took something from that, but we passed that. You know what I'm saying? That drives me nuts. Is this host the one that was talking up her opponent's side or taking up her opponent's side? Oh, I don't know.
And ultimately, that privilege that you saw, the trickle down effect just hasn't reached you and probably will not touch you as a Black woman.
Roxy.
Go ahead. And that's been an ugly reality. And I am going to identify that for you because you be remiss as you read and see, and eventually I just stop in terms of, damn, Dalton ain't that important. Why this seat? And why now? Right. So as we build up to the rise of Tiffany Henyard, Tiffany from the block, aka Good Burger, you dust yourself off, you tried again, you ran, and then you were seated.
Correct.
Okay. So you had to get out there and get your teeth cut, right? And you served as a trustee for how long?
8 years. I did 2 terms.
So 2 terms.
Barely.
Under the leadership of then Mayor Riley Roger.
Correct.
Right. So was Roger done?
So you're saying that Tiffany was the one taking up the signs, not this lady?
You just decided that you were done.
Well,
and you wanted something new. Which way?
I had to make sure I unseated him, and I ran for the seat because he kept trying to recall me. It's not my first recall.
Oh,
story.
Really?
He tried to recall myself, Stan Brown, and Robert Hunt, and they lost. Frank Zuccarelli was involved.
And she needs to tell what happened. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you have to send me that video. She needs to tell what happened when they did win that recall in 2017, but they still also lost because they went to they started off in the municipal court, and then they went to was it appellate and then the Supreme, or the Supreme then appellate. Well, they went to one, and then they both said no, that Tiffany, Robert, and Stan had to pay those legal fees because of what they sued under. They sued under Civil Rights Act, and this was not a Civil Rights Act.
As well as relates to we had a lawyer, we defeated that, and we still kept our seats, but they always tried to recall us no matter what. When people can't control you, they try to remove you from office. That's how this game goes.
Because recall is an X factor here in Chicago.
Correct.
There is a state rep that is pushing that agenda. He's done so even when he was on the ballot for mayor, but they were rebuking in the name of Jesus in Chicago. But recall is also powerful, but it's abusive.
Correct.
And I did not know that this was not your first rodeo.
No, ma'am.
So you were recalled or attempted to be recalled once or twice?
2 times. So once as a trustee and once as mayor.
Right. I know that as mayor, but once beforehand.
Correct.
So is that the same time that you decided to run against him for mayor, or did you run in the next term?
I ran in the next term.
Okay.
Because he tried to put term
limits.
So
he pulled that trigger. Yeah, and then you clapped back.
I did.
That's the translation.
And he lost his seat.
And
that's why I watch what you go for, because if it's good for me, it's good for you.
And she better reap what you sowed and remember what you say.
And the people elected me by a landslide. 82% I won in 2021, becoming the first female.
Get to that. So This woman know her stats.
But if only 1,000 people went to the ballots, that's where she can get those numbers from. But if there's 5,000 in the community, only 1,000 went to and voted. So that's probably why she keeps saying this.
Yeah. So in other words, what's good for the goose is it good for the gander. And as I think what makes us very interesting as millennials is that we learn real quick. And then when we learn, you can't unlearn what you know, right? Because you were in the thick of this fight. And I want to talk about Dalton because, there's been some painful moments, right? I think you've had some growing pains yourself as a leader.
Correct.
And I want to give you that opportunity to have that humility and grace because nobody's perfect.
Correct.
Right. And
that's the thing. Has she just showed some mercy and some grace, people would not be so hard on her. But she coming in here saying that, hey, everybody hates me. They all haters. But you on this show talking about everybody's a hater. But how's everybody a hater if these are the people who's going to vote you in or vote you out?
I'm going to talk about a few things, but I do want to preface that there are some things because of just the legalities and the nature of things that I won't get in the weeds of the details because everybody was hitting, well, ask about this and Let me tell you something. What happened in Vegas, did it happen in Vegas? And if it did, that's for a jury to deliberate. But there are moments of leadership where I bet if she was to take that trip again, ain't none of y'all going, everybody stay at home. And that's how we going to do this. And I'm going to come back and tell you the message. So when we come back, we are talking to the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, supervisor of Thornton Township, mayor of Dalton.
And she gave herself that name, that super mayor title. Nobody gave it to her. Or the people's choice when she ran as a trustee.
Who's going to dive into the
East 56th Place Monday.
That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey Alexa, play
I was surprised she didn't have a nicer coat.
WVON 1690 AM.
Getting WVON 16.
And what you've given, what you've experienced, what you've said, what they can't forget, what they can't forgive, they don't like you. But these headlines don't make it better. So I'm going to read a few of them. America's worst mayor, facing evictions, not paying rent, your charity, the conflicts of interest, your relationship, the deficit in Thornton, the cars being repossessed in Dalton. I mean, hit after hit after hit to the point where not only do people want to know who is this girl, where is Dalton, what's up with Thornton,
called her a girl.
what they gonna do about it? I mean, it gets lost in the translation. What do you say to these headlines?
Well, all lies. I think that someone bigger is behind it all, paying for all the negative media, because every time I send in a clip or get them facts or get them proof or get them documentation, they don't even put it up. And then I have to create my own platform and put it up on there to show people the truth. And that's where my base come from. When I do speak truth, I show them evidence and then we go from there. But it's sad and heartbreaking because how people, some of my people personal life, but I got to do with where I sit government. I'm in government, not personal. And then it's all lies. Like they said I'm being evicted, right? I don't rent from her. But yet that's the story everybody put. I'm not her tenant. I'm not on no lease. But yet, y'all.
Didn't she sign it as super mayor? Oh, no, she signed it as mayor.
Keep putting that out there.
So why would somebody do that? Because I wanted to save this question personally, and she looked at me dead in the eyes, y'all. So I want to be clear of how intimate this exclusive is. Why would somebody go that far to be smudge you and you're not their tenant?
Because that she's paid. Everyone's paid. Everyone's behind everything. And it will be exposed. So people want me to talk premature, right? So of course, you know what lawyers tell you. Now I don't talk about this. Don't focus on that. I only gave you a little bit of it, but that's the truth.
Understand.
And that's why I'm okay with saying it. Even though the lawyer give me later for it, he'll deal with it. But it's just a problem because why?
I remember the debt-free attorney said she's the person who's the worst type of client because she don't listen. Hey,
you guys can't beat me that you got to go that far. That's beyond reason. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like if you're gonna fight me at the cold. Bring the people out, but you got to make the people not like me and do character assassination. I'm not with that because I put in the work. I paid my dues. When I say pay my dues, I mean did the work. My work speaks for itself, and no one can outwork me or outbeat me. So the only way they can try to beat me is by telling the people I did this, I'm doing that. Come on now, really? No, all false, all negative. And that's why you see me in the public. Think about it. People really guilty or really bad. What they do? Run. You don't see them no more. They out of the headlines, right?
Who is she talking about? Who is guilty and not and out of the headline? Malcolm said, "Hey y'all, she may have signed as a guarantor."
They don't go to meetings. They're not in the public. They're not indoors.
Folks were saying, "Well, good luck. I don't think she's gonna come. She gonna stand you up." I said, "No, she's not running." And I receive that about you, and it's a build up to the charity, right? The this, the that, and it's been dissolved since then, correct? Your charity?
I personally don't even have a charity. Okay. Never did. But I get tired of everything because of people name something after me. Okay. But what does it have to do with me? Think about it. It's so minute. It's bigger than that. My mom had breast cancer. Like, I don't play with stuff like that.
Wait a minute, but the guy had that T-shirt on. And she had that T-shirt on. He had that sweatshirt on about that charity. Oh, once again, no receipts, just mouth. She had a lot of it too. She looked tripped out with no makeup on.
When I was a trustee, people really go back and do the history and research, because people don't research no more. It's just, you say something bad about me, they just play it. And then I got to dispel what you say. That don't make no sense to me. And that's why I call it fake news. So my mom had cancer, and then in 2013, I did a cancer walk every single year. Didn't miss a beat. But they ain't talking about that though, right? Mm-hmm. I want people to talk about facts.
And in 2013, that's when she became trustee the first time.
It's not fiction.
And I want to talk about facts, right? Like, so ultimately, we know where you stand and rooted in the charity. And then,
hey, somebody sent me that video. I see Roxy said that the host was on Fox 32 picking up the signs out of people's yards. I would like to see that.
And when we talk about just, like the headlines, undeniably, this Vegas trip has overshadowed a lot of your administration and your ability to lead. And some of the accusations are horrible, right? Mm-hmm. And it is tied to your leadership. What do you have to say in regards to the desire for folks to know more about what had happened in Vegas, right? What do you say to that?
I say people should give people an opportunity to be heard and not just judge off of one-sided narratives.
Hey, but I thought she said, you said, thank you, Roxy. I thought she's told Holmes, don't say nothing.
I think that in due time, everybody will speak to whatever their part is. Everybody got to understand, just because somebody not speaking don't mean they're guilty or something wrong. Like I just told you, when you get legal counsel, they tell you you cannot talk about certain things. Like, for instance, we're still in court. Mm-hmm. People are suing for money. So that's your answer.
Okay. You all heard it here.
This is hard to hear.
And last but not least, as we continue to magnify the constant narrative that's up against you, why not stand down? Why run again for re-election?
Because the people put me in there, and the people gonna keep me in. That's it. That's all. At the end of the day, through all the controversy and all the mess, I still produce for my community. I still continue to do the work. With all the hate and people call me out my name and being disrespectful, coming to my mom's house, coming to my house, I still show up.
Oh.
Everybody tell me I would have ran. I would have quit. I would not still be in this, Tiffany. But yet here I am. Somebody got to do it. And unfortunately, God chose me to lead the people.
Oh, thank you, Foxy Roxy. We're going to look at it.
And that's what I'm going to do. I follow his steps, nobody else's. Because at the end of the day, it's just me and him. Nobody else.
And that's fair. I receive that. And when we talk about, us learning that this is not your first rodeo under that recall, my response to people when I do utter your name is it goes back to the recall, right? Mm-hmm. And I say to folks, and I said this to you, and we talked about this, if you all didn't like it, why didn't you do something about it, right? Not only did you send her back, she's there.
But what's interesting is, Made in Texas, she was recalled in 2017 and then ran as trustee again and won. So I don't know. No, she did not compare herself to Moses. Well, it should not exist.
Yeah. Right. So for those that are organizing against you, we're going to talk about that on the other side, because there's an internal conflict, right? Mm-hmm. And the opposition that was born under your administration since your inception, because House is no stranger to you, and nor are you him. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, you are rooted in the work. And you said, until the people say it's finished, it is so. Is that what you're saying?
Amen.
All right. Well, we receive it. You are listening to the Superman. She's giving us an exclusive right here, a heart-to-heart conversation about some real pressing negative headlines. I've yet to see a positive one, but we're going to create that here at WVON, just with her speaking her truth. I think that's important for us to discuss.
That's her friend.
There's been some things said, right? And I think when I look at some of the missteps, I think it's been in moments.
Okay, this is her friend. Okay, now that makes more sense. That put more context to this.
Of heated opportunities that I want you to talk to about things that you would have done differently, because you're human. So stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
Come on with that one. You had to speed this up.
For Palestinians. And TikTok was killed in Dallas, Texas.
I will continue to preach.
Used to inspire. Watch us on Roku, Amazon.
I'm expected to make my life choices.
And they got long commercial.
We as women are not welcoming.
Uh-huh.
You ain't gonna say it, she feel that way.
You know what I mean?
If you know her, you follow her, you know what time that energy is.
I hate when people.
And I wanted to play that clip because as
yes.
women, there's not a moment in any of those statements that we can't identify to in terms of what little girls are expected of is almost equivalent to what men expect of women,
Mm-hmm.
especially women in leadership.
Yes.
Right. And you've talked time and time again about fighting the good old boy club.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us, because she ain't know. I do my homework. You gonna learn today. Like, besides the headlines, you gotta.
Hey, made in Texas, type MIC in the chat for me.
Know what's fact.
Yes.
What is the good old boy club in your world?
In my world, it is made up of all men. Unfortunately, we as women are not welcome in their circle. So they oust us, and then they start attacking.
Hey, S&G, I'm glad you can make it. You not late, girl.
Yes. The same attacks you see happening to me is happening to Anyota in Calumet City, Monet in Calumet City. It's attack on women. Nobody wants a woman to lead in any area, and I have a problem with that. I don't like chauvinist men that just tell us this is what we got to do when we can go toe to toe with whatever position we choose to accomplish at that time, but nobody wants to see us in it. So I have been going against that status quo for quite some time, because you got to understand, all my cities are ran by men. Except one, that's Lansing and myself. But all 17 cities, majority men, and most men are really upset that I have 2 positions, when most of them have 2 positions or 3 positions.
Correct.
And the news not talking about that. It's just that I, meaning the woman, cannot have 2 positions. And I think I've done a damn good job of keeping both positions on the right track. And that's what they don't talk about. All my accolades that I've done in both communities, all the surpluses that I have, they don't talk about any of those things. And that's stuff that I really want people to hear.
So surplus is where it's at. So let's talk about that, because when you inherited Thornton Township, it was a deficit.
Yes, $4.6 million.
Oh, she said that with her chest out. And where are we now in that surplus?
We had $9 million surplus.
Under your leadership?
Under my leadership.
I haven't seen that headline.
Yeah, you're not. And that's what I'm saying, because they got to make me look bad. They don't say none of this. We gave them all the evidence. We gave them all the audits. They can go on Cook County website. The rest of them can go look it up. These are facts. These are things that have been checked and it's true. Even without grants and things of that nature, I still have surplus.
Village of Dalton.
Okay.
There's a deficit.
Correct.
You've talked about that openly in the meeting. Where did that deficit come from?
So we owe the city of Chicago like $13 million or so
that water
when
bill.
I first got in office. So why do people think that just disappeared? Where did
I got it, Cheryl.
And what was the deficit for? I'm assuming water.
Yeah, water. City of Chicago.
Yeah, because Harvey underwater too, right?
Yes.
I ain't gonna talk. Mayor Clark, don't you call me? But listen, the water
know.
services for our surrounding townships, it does come at a price. And what way did you contribute to the deficit is where people, I think, get things entangled because of the headlines, right?
Correct.
So of that, in what ways were there mismanagement under your leadership when it came to eating at that?
There's a lot of towns, cities in the south suburbs that owe the city of Chicago back money for that water bill,
if any.
So there was no mismanagement. I know everybody want a person to blame. If you're going to blame someone, then you blame the board, the trustees. Because what people don't understand is how leadership in government works. I am the executive branch. I'm the head. They are the legislative branch. The legislative branch is over the money. So if they over the money, why everybody keep saying Tiffany did it? Tiffany didn't do shit. And I'm sorry for cussing on your show, because I'm just.
She been cussing up a lot. I don't know what's up with this cursing. This cussing is like cussing. They say cussing. This was no mismanagement. No, and I don't know why she's doing it. This you could tell they homegirls, because only homegirls will do this with each other.
Pissed off and everybody want me to be the fall person, the person behind that thing. The person, Jason is corrupt as they come. But no one's pointing none of that out because he's a.
Hey, but she didn't give us the receipts. We only know what we see, not what we hear.
Me, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of taking the blame for all their mismanagement, all their negativity, all their hate, all their theft. And that's what y'all gonna hear me talk to coming up. Because everybody wanna go get all these people. Like, y'all need to come get Larry Lightfoot from over my seat.
Did she say Larry Lightfoot? What the heck?
Need to bring her back over here. Y'all going to get people that's under investigation that y'all had a problem with to come after me.
She better leave them, what's that? LBGQ plus alone, because they will cancel you alone, girl.
So pause. You are unearthing some real. So, let's go back to the fundamentals of how government works, because this is this is what we talk about when we're referring to civics, of how you all function as a body. So as the executor.
Hey, if this was a campaign interview, it definitely went wrong, because when she's talking to the other people, she's not cursing like that.
Or the president of the board. The body, as you're saying, the trustees are who legislate. They create the policies and the resolutions that are fed up to you based upon an agreement.
She'll make all of
person board, right?
No, it's six. It's six, but majority is 4, and that's how they're running.
That's what I'm right. So I'm doing my count, because if you got a board and you can't.
Hey everyone, I know sounds like it's fast, but I had to speed the speed of this conversation up fast, because we be all day listening to this.
Count, you ain't one. So I didn't jump the gun, right? So it's a 6-board body.
Yes.
Majority rules were 4. Right now, you're split, right? So in your current body, right? And we're going to talk about that, because you have a special vote coming up in terms of making sure that they install somebody to help weigh the legislation so that you can get something done.
Right, that's township.
That's township.
Dalton is what you're talking about.
Right, Dalton, right? So
confused.
ultimately, that's township business. But Dalton, when we think about Dalton, just from a legislative standpoint, the cabal, right? So there's been some filibustering. I'm going to use this political language. There's been some filibustering to prevent work from being done. And as we're talking about the deficit, you inherited a deficit on that side as well, which was 13 million, the vast majority being watered to the city of Chicago. And then, I want to identify what roles did you.
Wait, but I thought Dalton was like, they almost had like 5 years left of paying that water bill off. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I heard recently about this water bill.
You play, and you're saying that it's a collective play, right? You can't get nothing done without your board.
You can't.
That's any mayor, any president. So I just want to talk about facts, guys, because I see you all on the live line, 773-591-1690. But when we talk about moving the needle, you can't do that as just the mayor.
Correct. And I'm going to add to that. Right now, things that residents don't know, they hear it right here on your show, because I'm going to talk about this on my live. My board, right now, the corrupt board that's trying to run against me now, have stopped me. I don't have a village attorney.
Correct.
I don't have a police chief. Correct. I don't have a fire chief. And I don't have a village administrator. All these things, or an assistant. As a mayor, all that come with my seat. Why don't I have those things, residents?
Because you
we don't talk about facts, we talk about facts. So the people that's been running government for Dalton has been the board of trustees. We've always been in court because they sue for every little thing. We get tied up in court. You know how I go, kick the can down the road. Okay, get them time to respond. And then now you month after month after month in court. But all these things I sued for. It's called a civil conspiracy with a little bum attorney. They always want some news play.
Bum attorney. Now this. Hey, you right. Look at her attitude on her face. Really.
That's who's they puppet master. So all these things are going on in my city. But I'm the only one fighting back.
Why she keep saying my city when it's the people's city? I don't get that.
Just because it's majority against me don't mean I'm wrong. I'm the one right. Just like how y'all did Jesus Christ, right? He's the only one that's saving y'all like y'all crucified
Jesus Christ.
I'm going through the same thing.
So let's talk about that, because no pun intended. You claiming that you've been a pinata, right?
Yes.
Ain't no candy coming out, y'all. So stop beating on her. Listen.
And that could be considered racist that she used that pinata statement. Oh yeah, facts.
At the end of the day, the cabal is in, and you haven't been effective, which is probably was the goal, right? I'm gonna assume the latter. The goal was to technically you look ineffective, but you look real strong to me, right? You look like you're still holding it down, despite the lack of people put in play. If you really cared about Dalton, you at least have people in play to make it effective. Whether they agree with your politics or what you have to say, there are some missing attributes to have the ship run afloat.
Correct.
Did I get that right?
You did.
Okay. So, ultimately, again, I ask you, why not quit? At this point, have they not done enough to break you?
No, they'll never break me. You can't break my soul. Never. We're going to fight to the very.
She act like we can't see her with this face she got going on. Yeah, pit bull in the skirt, a pit bull in the pants.
Free in, period. Because I didn't come to play. I come to slay. And when I slay, I'm going to expose all of them for their dirty deeds. That's the difference. I'm outspoken. They want me to shut up. I will not. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to tell it. Somebody got to show it. But the people got to want it. The people can't get caught up in this clickbait, drama, reality show, whatever they're trying to create, because they create the fire and point the finger. That's what they're doing.
Hey, Malcolm, I thought she brought the cancer thing up, but the lady hasn't asked her a question about the cancer charity.
No, but it's them with a hen and a cookie jar, and I'm exposing it, and everybody got a problem with it. Even the lawyer, all of them, they all involved. The civil conspiracy lawsuit I put out, it got all of them in there. The lawyer's number one because they funnel all the money to him. Think about it. I don't have no lawyers, but y'all still want to pay y'all lawyer. I'm the one that appoints. Anybody understand?
But you never had a lawyer. That was the town's lawyer. That was the village lawyer.
In government, the mayor is the one that appoints the attorneys. But yet that attorney going to sign up on all our cases. I didn't give that to him. We was in court and we had to make him get off the case through the judge. The judge say, hold on, Odison, you're not appointed by the mayor. And remove him off the case. But this is what I'm dealing with. But no one's telling that. And we're going to talk about it because
dang, she been holding this for a while to tell somebody this.
I found it interesting. So listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We talk about Bert Odison, right? He was in the documentary that we were talking about between the show. It was a documentary created about this young woman that she's not even a part of. Where they do that at? Only on NBC. But listen, guys, when we talk about that attorney, he's not just a attorney. He's been around just as long as your predecessor. So when we come back, we're going to continue this conversation with the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
It's a homegirl.
iSurvey or Avast Captain Pagel is a.
I know
reading the comments and it's going up like a crescendo.
I can't find
everybody's entitled to their opinion about our first guest, but we are coming out the gate swinging because you don't sit down with everybody. And I don't take that lightly, and neither does our CEO. So please understand that this was a collective decision from the boss of all bosses, Melody Span Cooper, because she also agrees that we do need to hear what you have to say, and it ain't gonna come from mainstream media. It's just not. And authentically, you're gonna bring it just like you are now. rehearsed and uncoerced Tiffany, right?
That's right.
And, you know, some of the accusations, I went down in the weeds of, you know, I'm not asking you the hardball questions. What are the hardball questions? Why you won't quit, bro? Like, I mean, I came out the gate just asking, like, you know, out of all of this, why not walk away? Like, what other, you know, between the accusations. So I want us to understand, I created a formula. That's the nerd in me. I can't help it. I created a formula because this is what we want. When we dive into sensational journalism, we've made a decision. You know, either
I think she must have been an English. Was she an English teacher? She seemed like she's an English teacher.
You for or against, or bottom line, she done stole something. They ain't writing all of this just cause you did something. And if I was to examine anything you did, is the accusation of you being Tiffany from the block, was that so repulsive? Because they liked it in 2013, right? They liked it in 2017.
Correct.
But one thing that we know, because this is what I was going to walk us into, is some of the regrets, is that everybody don't like it the same way all the time.
Correct.
They didn't like it.
And at some point, you lost people. And you wouldn't be seeking re-election if you wasn't trying to find them again. Some of them are permanently gone. So what about the evolution of Tiffany are people subscribing to? Because controversial, embattled, whatever verbiage we want to use, you ain't went away. So I don't know, Anna, what other harder questions is there to ask somebody to stand in humility and tell the WVON listening audience where you went wrong? Because everybody, and I want to be clear, falls short of the glory. And if somewhere you lost people, where did you lose them? And how are you?
In 2013, she lost people.
Gonna find them again.
So by telling my truth, this is step one. Coming out, speaking out, talking about it publicly, because a lot of times people don't really hear me talk about things publicly. As a leader, we can't dive into every he say, she say comment or question. And majority of the time, I answer their questions. They may not be following me, but then they come to a different venue. I may ask the same question I answered a month ago or 2 days ago. So I can't get caught in that because I still got to focus on my vision, my goals for my city and my township, and also grow and then be a mom and be a girlfriend. Like all these things matter, but people tend to forget.
Why she keep saying my?
Yeah, we're human. People gonna make mistakes. People may not do it your way, but it's their way. It's their story. You let them walk their path, but you want us to walk your way. We put our shoes on the same way, but we might tie our shoe different, but we get to the same goal, but it's your way. So let me be creative in my moment, in my government, and I bring a different, what I want to say, bias to it. I might dance, I might sing, but I'm relatable, and that's what they don't like. I'm relatable to the youth. I am having kids state they want to be a mayor. Matter of fact, they want to be a super mayor. Kids that never thought of government or knew what it was. I used to go into the schools and speak to every kid, especially about their mental health. I did a mental health tour throughout Thornton Township. We used to jump from every school. We talked to the kids. I took D-Lo with me, sing with them. And we got a lot of people that opened up and get help from Thornton Township. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that side of the city, the caring side, the nurturing side, the mom side, the one that want to see kids do better, be better, and the ones that want to give the resources, make sure you got food on the table. It's $8 now. Who can afford that? We got a whole food pantry. Why don't we have food today in the pantry? Because people playing politics with government. People not coming to board meetings. People miss over 8, now 10 board meetings. Why? We ain't talking about they should lose your seat, let alone get paid. You're not doing the job you got elected to do. When you neglect the people, it's time to go. You should no longer be there.
About that. So
if she neglected the people, I know. Should it be time for her to go to? Where the kids are? I don't know what kids she talking about. Is it I feel like it's an arm. Is she talking about the kids at the youth thing that Kamal has that I think he got let go from because no more grant money? What is she talking about? Kids, they don't even vote.
You know, because you highlighting some facts. Now there has been a debacle in your administration, to say the least, right? As to why people not showing up, whether it's based off your leadership. You didn't elect them, the people did to represent them. Right. And if that is their protest, it still is ineffective and it impacts and hurts the people. So that is the equation, and that's undeniable. But what I want to get to for those that are really trying to connect with you is, where did you fall short? Tiffany from the block rose to become trustee, then mayor of Dalton, then the evolution of supervisor of Thornton Township, ergo super mayor. All of that happened in less than 10 years. But the evolution of you is where folks are questioning some of the decisions, right? Some of the allegations. Whether it is your police department and the loss of the fleet, you know, your desire and need for protection and security, some of which is valid because you've had credible threats, and some of the choices, right? Where did you fall short?
When I didn't do what people wanted me to do. When you get in power, people come up to you, whether it's them or they send people, and they want you to do.
Hey, Precise. Glad you can join us.
Certain things. And because I wouldn't, I became the target. You got to understand, it's a lot of things at stake as it relates to Thornton Township. They wanted contracts, they wanted jobs, they wanted all these things, but I came and I cleaned it up. That was the problem before me. It was a good old boys club. Frank didn't leave a black book. I don't know who's who, what's what. I couldn't tell you nothing. But what I do know is what's right. What I do know is how you clean up a deficit. What I do know is I'm really smart, but people want to play the role that I don't know. I'm in a position to do better and to grow the township and my village, but people won't allow me to because everybody want to dictate my every move. I ran to lead, not follow. I followed for 8 years. Now I'm in leadership role to make the decision. Because guess what? If it's good, better, and different, I get the hit. The dog walk across the street, it's Tiffany's fault. Somebody on the corner, it's Tiffany's fault. Come on, man. No matter what it is, you're blaming it on the mayor, and that is not how it goes. It's people trying to run our government that's outside interference, and I have a problem with it.
Let me pause there because I am going to push back on that statement because that is what we've seen. That is how it goes. It is the mayor's fault. I'm in the city of Chicago with my black mayor and our body of council, and nobody's identifying, oh, well, that alderman or this group did. It is Brandon Johnson 24/7.
Now she knows she about to get on my nerves talking about some Brandon Johnson.
At 24/8, if it was an 8th day, it would be another day that is Mayor Johnson.
You know why I think that she's why she's for Mayor Johnson, because if she was a Chicago public school teacher, she was benefiting from the pension plans and everything else. Right. And not him. He done took the money with the immigrants, didn't care. And now the people in Chicago got this huge deficit. She need to move on from this.
As though he doesn't have 50 people that control. So
if 50 people are controlling it, it's his job to make sure that it's correct because he's in leadership and he's the one the city of Chicago hired. He signed off for everything.
Yeah, Tiff, it is the mayor. But what would you say to folks that you are trying to not only court, but push to reelect you? What do you say to them?
Yeah.
Close your mouth, open your ears. Because if you over talking, you'll never hear the other narrative.
What?
You got to listen. That's why I do forums, whether it's conversation with the mayor, whether it's township talk. I do them forums to let people hear from me to their questions. And then I also ask questions, even when we're calling, right? And I'm quoting you for a vote. I'm saying, hey, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I want to know that I have your continued support in the upcoming election. And if you tell me, well, I'm undecided, then I say, well, why are you undecided? And then you tell me, well, I don't know right now. What you mean? You have me on the phone. Now you can ask me whatever you want because it's just you and I. It's not an audience. No one's telling you what to ask me. However you feel, you can ask me why you have me. And then some people don't say nothing. Some people say, well, I don't know right now. So either you know or you don't, or you got a question.
And as you call me talking like that, I'll be like, I got to go. And I would hang up on you because I don't want nobody calling me with that intense, like, I got to make a decision right now. She said, shut up and listen.
You don't. But people are telling you things. They're vomiting in your ear about negativity. And that's the way you're feeling about a person. And then I also rephrase. I say, how would you feel if I just came to your door and I said, well, they said that you would think, I don't know you from Apple, but this was I heard on the street, but I don't know. I never gave you a chance to explain. I never gave you a chance to talk to me or educate me on your side. I just ouched you. It's like, it's sad because I'm seeing the world treat me as though a person is guilty. And I thought it was innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not getting treated that way. Well,
she sounds like she's singing R. Kelly's song.
You heard it here. Listen, guys, she is open to have the dialogue. So Carl, James, Nate, Justin, I see you got a question. You'll have your time when we come back after this break.
I'm Candace McCallum. Black Now, hosted by Rufus Williams. Register now by 40th birthday. The 40th birthday. The 20-year relations. Former singer.
Chicago was home to more than 1.
And they get a lot of commercials.
Save the Children or MLK.
Traffic and weather now.
Yeah, they gone. They good.
On I-57 and the WVON.
You're listening to Cleopatra Draper. We're the talk of Chicago.
WVON. I don't want to miss Kamal.
And we are back. You are listening to the Midday Show. I am Cleopatra Draper, and live in the studio is the Super Mayor, Tiffany Henyard. So listen, guys, I'm going to preface it as delicately as I can, but there's a reason why she doesn't sit down with anybody. So this exclusive is very personal, and we're going to be respectful because she wants to take your questions. And we're going to do this live. That's how you know she ain't running. And I'm going to go through the phone lines, and I want to hear from you. But if you get a little crazy, I will go boop real quick. So listen, guys, let's talk to Rashonda. Rashonda, welcome to WVON.
Hey, Rashonda.
How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
I just have a question because I hear that Tiffany is blaming the trustees, saying that the trustees is, stole the money or whatever. But if it's the trustees' fault, why are the FBI investigating her and her team and not the trustees? Also, she tries to, put Jason House down when Jason House has shown her nothing but respect and grace, even when she doesn't even deserve it. One more thing.
Just one question, Rashonda. Thank you.
Oh, dang. Dang. Did you see how she just cut her off? Oh. She gonna get canceled for that. WVON. Don't nobody be listening to fool y'all like that. So she gonna have to go in somebody's office. They couldn't talk off air the way they wanted to because Tiff was live streaming. Oh, but this wasn't a real interview. This was a puff piece. Whoa. How? And did you see how she hit the button and then fold her arms up? Wow.
So what people need to understand about the FBI, everybody's getting investigated. Everybody. So they can assume what they want, but everybody.
And when you say everybody, are you referring to the current board or?
Yes.
All right, guys, she responded. And when it comes to House, I did want to respond because ultimately, there's some rules with the FCC. So eventually, at some point in time, the House and his crew can come, but the Superman's in the studio. So it's not to allow any besmudging, but she is giving her opinion about it. So I just wanted to contextualize that, but hopefully you are.
If I was House, I wouldn't go to WVON, to be honest. Not for what they just did.
Received her answer. Let's talk to Kat. Kat, welcome to WVON.
Good morning and happy MLK Day, Cleopatra.
Oh, same to you. Isn't it a beautiful day?
And I am so glad for your newly appointed position. I praise God for that, and I thank God for you.
Thank you. I received that.
I don't think I have any questions for Tiffany. I just have comments. I have comments based upon my observation and what I see of Tiffany. I'm a 40-year resident of Dalton. And first of all, I do have a question for Tiffany first before I give my comments. Tiffany, what makes you think you can say to the residents, bitch better have my money?
Well, we're not going to curse on the air, Pat, so I want you.
Wait a minute, she just let Tiffany curse on the air.
To be mindful. So let's respond to that because, and the controversy of Superman, like I said, she's no angel, right? You okay with me saying that?
They ain't letting people talk on this show.
You know angel.
No one is.
But in those statements, whether it's the one from the other day when somebody said something to you, you told them they were stupid. And it's not to laugh, but that's how you felt in that moment, I presume.
And I mean that, I'm standing on it.
You're standing on it. I heard you say that too. Is what Pat referencing any validity to it?
No, it's all fake. And that's what I'm talking about. People got to go back and research the clip. We played a song, and of course it was Rihanna. And the news took it and ran with it. I didn't verbally say that. Why would I say that?
Oh, so Pat heard the song.
Correct.
And then
the news played it and said, the mayor saying what she just said. And I never said any of that. They played the song because basically they weren't paying the vendors. And the vendors were saying, where my money at? Okay. And we used the song to reference how they was feeling is what it was. And that's all it was.
And in that moment, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, there are some folks, like right now, I can say I'm your favorite millennial, right? And there's some folks, oh, no, don't put too much emphasis on that. You don't want them to challenge your intellect and remind you that you.
Oh, she definitely. And WVON is a small radio station. And really, I think, and I'm not mistaken, you all can, whoever and now out there can. But Martin G, I think he had he had something on WVON. I think he used to be on it during the summer months on VON. But VON is so small. It's Black owned. And only like older people will listen to WVON. A lot of young people don't listen to WVON. FYI. She said, shut up and listen. She ain't said, wait till she compares herself to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. They couldn't take her off the air. Oh, they couldn't talk off the air. Oh, yeah, we just talked about that one. Yes, she did. That was outdone when she did it. Look at her face. Yeah, I've been looking at her face all the time. Tiffany just cussed at least twice or 3 times. They plan to flood the radio station with complaints. Yeah, and it's a Black radio station, and they are small. They iHeartRadio. Yeah, she cuts off people that want to ask the hard questions. That's our homegirl. Hey, it's 12 of us in the room. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Not sure why my volume is low, but hey, Tiffany's on. I guess that's why.
Young, but I am. And in that moment of leadership, would you have played a different song had you knew it was going to catapult?
Yeah,
what is the answer?
Of course I would have. So of course we have our moments where we could have did something better or changed it or changed the value or tone. Yeah,
she meant what she
guess
played.
What? It's called growing pains. You're gonna go through it, but you're gonna grow through it. People can sit there and hold you hostage of what they perceive as a mistake or something you shouldn't have done. Everybody goes through mistakes or things that should have done differently. It's called growth.
And that's what I want to magnify, because when I ask you moments where you fell short of the glory, this is one of them. Because it's stuck with a resident, a long-term resident, right? That shows, see, that's why we don't put young people in office. And see how, whether it's immature or this your response to us, that's appropriate, and they run with it, right? And then when you come back stronger, they never let that go.
See, what happens is, like, this is a small radio station on 87th Street in Chicago. They run off a lot of ads, and they don't want those ads to mess up how they make their money. So they really need to be more careful. I guess they got used to it. She just throwing rocks and hiding her hands. Go ahead, girl. Oh, her arrogance. She could have apologized for that song or words. Yes. And I think that's a disconnection for a Tiff. She doesn't understand if you come to the people in humbleness and just being humble and being apologetic. People, they're not going to forgive you and they're not going to forget you, but they would learn to tolerate you. But you're not doing neither one of that. You're still saying everybody's jealous of you. Girl, bye.
Is that what you're asking for? If you can ask for forgiveness of moments where you fell short. For me, here's a growing pain for me in my observation of you, that I laughed for about 6 months until somebody finally told me, that's inappropriate. That wasn't cool. And I said, well, why not? And I'm showing a moment where I was immature too. It's Nino Brown.
Yeah.
You came out with the dog.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had New Jack City to the T.
Yeah, she could say that because that's not in her town, her area. So it's funny to her.
And you sent the message. And then when I think about it, I said, well, damn, not maybe. That wasn't the venue.
Did she just cuss?
This is my observation. That wasn't the venue. That was a sticking point. That did hit a little different. And now, even though it is funny, it wasn't funny. It wasn't appropriate. What do you say to my critique?
To your critique, I think it was hilarious.
I agree.
I think that people took it the wrong way. Number one, I'm a fan of Mark.
How do you take it the wrong way when you're a taxpayer? That stuff like that ain't funny. And I don't find a joke with it. I was like, you should be embarrassed by it. Oh, yeah, I heard it said today was her debut, but I think she was on the show a different type of way. Because they said she got a promotion.
Everybody say Nino Brown, which you do research, it was mimicking that, but I mimicked Martin because I even did a spoof.
Hey, girl, Nino Brown, Martin, no matter who you did, it was wrong.
On my TikTok, I think on one of them things, and I posted it up and I replayed Martin's whole scene. And I do things like that to engage the youth, which it worked. Now I did it before my board meeting. I didn't do it. I wasn't in session. We didn't call the roll. We didn't do none of that. I came in the building and I just did like a little skit.
So it wasn't formal. So again, go watch moments I have, but you're contextualizing it, which is why I think you do need opportunities to give in detail. Why in the mind of Tiffany Henyard, and I think I remember that episode. You talking about when it was on Neighborhood Watch, right?
Yeah.
Right. And he had the dog. But the point is, you're personable, right? You're innovative and you're creative. And is your timing off? Maybe.
I don't think it was. I just think the media took it and ran with it. If the media didn't take it, it wouldn't be as big as it is today.
It's not the media, child. You're not looking at the bigger picture. It's those seniors, those homeowners who sit in those seats, who are struggling each day, just making sure they can pay their bills. This ain't funny, honey.
Media made it what it is. And I do say that's what they got. They got the national attention. And people tend to believe fake news, unfortunately. And they know they are buying clicks and views too. They got to sell news. So they cut it and chop it up like they did with Rihanna song to make it look worse than what it is. And it wasn't that. I even did Forrest Gump. Why they ain't get no traction. I do all kinds of things. But I do it to.
Hey, goofy girl. What do you mean? I ain't seen no Forrest Gump. She did a Forrest Gump? I didn't see Forrest Gump. I'm confused. Martin. Okay, made in Texas. She know Tiffany is a high time. Heck yeah. And she was trying to get the ratings, and she did just that and more. I wonder what's her saying. Oh yeah, Gemini. Oh, she talks so fast. Hey, SG. I speeded up this conversation. I think I do it at a 1.5 because if not, we'd be at 3 hours, and I don't have 3 hours to listen to this girl talk. But yeah, we all have to listen. Laugh a lot, trying to educate. I'm surprised she didn't say that. Stay warm tomorrow, my TT citizens. I will be there when you go out to vote tomorrow. Sending you warmth from Texas. Yay! Are you finna go? Okay. We will be at home for the next 2 days. Oh, wow. I forgot Texas cannot deal with the winter.
Engage community and also mainly the youth, and it actually works.
All right, so let's talk to James. James, welcome to WVON. James, we're gonna put James back on hold. Let's talk to Nate.
Oh, that Nate.
Nate, welcome to WVON.
Hey, how you doing? Happy Martin Luther King Day.
I know, right? Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Hey, so Tiffany stated that Frank didn't leave her a blue book, and she didn't know what to do. She didn't know, who to call on, but she ended up terminating everybody that knew exactly how the township operated in the appointed seat that she was appointed in. I just want to ask why she got rid of the blue book, the employees that knew how the township functioned in every department, not every department, but administration, myself, after working there 14
Oh,
years.
so you were an employee. And
absolutely.
And what was your role?
IT.
I was the media specialist. I managed our social media platforms. I did the video photography work. I managed our website.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Pretty much all of that good stuff.
So we get into them personal tea leaves. Thank you so much, Nate. She's gonna answer your question.
First of all,
she didn't even realize that was Nate Fields who was on the ballot. She could have asked him some questions.
People terminate themselves. I didn't terminate anyone. If you're not doing your job, you don't have a job. It's just that way. People can get mad at the leader all they want. So that's what my answer is to that.
All right. Well, listen, guys. Justin, Dylan, Eddie, Lynette, LaDonna, Art, Lena. All I ask is when you all call, refrain from anything other than the King's English. And then let's be respectful. And
she said the King's English. They both been cussing on here.
Let's be swift. Whatever your question is, Super Mayor is willing to answer it on the other side. We'll be back after this break.
All right, we got to speed this
You're
up.
listening to Cleopatra Draper. We're the talk of Chicago, WVON.
Are
you looking to stay healthy in 2025? Come to Barney's New Life Health Food, Chicago's Alkaline Water headquarters, where alkaline water is still just $1 per gallon for a refill. And we also have Become Chicago's Sea Moss headquarters. Stop by 3141 West Roosevelt Road in Chicago. We've got all forms of sea moss to supercharge your wellness routine. Raw, gel, powders, capsules, gummies, honey, and liquid. Your body deserves the best.
Hey, I just muted it for a minute so we can get fast. Oh, gosh.
Someone was detected at your front door.
I heard Kamal was there. Yeah, we're going to speed this up because we'll be here all freaking day listening to this. It's her first day. She knows she done got her ratings up because they the talk of the Chicago right now. I got this on too. How long was that commercial? Oh, he was there filming? Oh, because William Moore is there filming. All right, we getting close. Dang, this ain't. Oh no, y'all. This gonna be forever. We do it that way. Okay, hold on. Let me go. I know I couldn't take the voice.
And how you
sorry, yeah.
What's wrong with being confident? What's wrong with being confident? It's time to get.
We are back. The time is 10:51, and we are going to the live lines. We still have in studio the Super Mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and I want to talk to Lynette. Lynette, welcome to WVON.
Hello?
Hey, you're on live.
Oh, okay. It's Loretta.
Oh, forgive me. Yes, ma'am.
The reason I'm calling you is because I just went through something. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to make a big issue out of this because a lie.
He's trying to avoid it.
And not only that, it can put you in financial deficit. My granddaughter put an order of protection on me and his girlfriend. And I was not able to see my son. And what I'm hearing up from the mayor is that a lot of things could be lies that are out here. And there's nothing to protect you. And what happens is that your character is destroyed.
Hold on. You see how she do it? The host put her hand up, say, "There goes somebody for you."
You have to get lawyers, and it costs you I don't know how much money for the lawyer. And if she's telling the truth, something has to be done. And I'd like to get with her so we can do something about this because a person can just come in and put an order of protection on you or can lie on you. And you can't. You have to spend money to correct it. And I can't even tell you the tears that I've shared and the lies that have been told, and how it has affected me and my family.
Well, I thank you so much. I really do. And the mayor receives that. And actually, we were just talking about this in terms of.
I got to speed it up again.
Bottom line is, you a whole lot of things. You're a personality. You're confident. You're a lot of things. You know, Angel, but you are who you are, and you recognize that. Bottom line is that there are moments where you could have did things differently. You don't ever get to speak to that, right? In between the show, I'm just gonna forecast it because I know some of you all are going to call in about. It's not a trip to Vegas. It was an economic development conference, right?
Correct.
That's your entire board went to, right? But the foci is always you, right? And I say that because the foci.
Lady, it still was a trip to Vegas.
You're the head honcho, right? So that's undeniable. But the actions of what people did and didn't do and so on and so forth, you held accountable for that too. And that's where you draw the line, right? So to hear her impede upon her story of protecting her character and just the financial strife it's caused her as just a woman, I can only imagine the endless strife that continues to bombard you, right? So I think that I want you to receive that because she's connecting with you on another level that ain't got nothing to do with the devil and the details of what you think people hear. People just seeing your story. So let's talk to Justin. Justin, what say you? Welcome to WVON.
Yes, good morning and happy MLK Day. The man goes on to say about wanting to be a role model to our young people. But I'm wanting to know her sleeping with a married man, is that a role model?
Oh, hey, we got to have somebody drop that mic. Did he say? Did y'all get what he just said, y'all? Oh, my goodness.
Is that your fact or is that an allegation that you're spewing? Which is it, Justin?
It's a fact.
Thank you so much for that call. You don't have to respond to that if you don't want to. So let's talk. Do you want to?
Oh, you want me to? Okay, this is where people get it twisted at, right? Everybody's so engulfed in my life that they don't even know what's going on. Just like anybody else, if they go through a divorce, that means they can't date nobody. So people need to stop with the mess. If somebody still attached somebody and somebody won't let them go, how you feel that person can't still live their life? So people need to stop using words of because somebody's married or whatever. I've been with Kamal for 4 years. 4 years we've been together. He's been going through a divorce for 4 years. And anybody that's fighting a divorce or going through things that you're fighting with your ex, y'all know what I'm talking about. So people need to stop worrying about my personal life and judge me on government. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for you to talk about my personal life. When we go home, when we talk.
Whoa, we should have slowed that one down. Let's slow that down just a little bit, y'all.
Speak to that, right? In between the show, I'm just going to forecast it because I know some of you all are going to call in about it's not a trip to Vegas. It was an economic development conference, right?
Correct.
That's your intent, right? So I think that I want you to receive that because she's connecting with you on another level that ain't got.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, this is where people get it twisted at, right? Everybody's so engulfed in my life that they don't even know what's going on. Just like anybody else, if they go through a divorce, that means they can't date nobody. So people stop with the mess. If somebody still attached somebody and somebody won't let them go, how you feel that person can't still live their life? So people need to stop using words of because.
Now, she need to be quiet about that wife. Cause that wife gonna come out on a bag on her.
Somebody's married or whatever. I've been with Kamal for 4 years. 4 years we've been together. He's been going through a divorce for 4 years. And anybody that's fighting a divorce or going through things that you're fighting with your ex, y'all know what I'm talking about. So people need to stop worrying about my personal life and judge me on government. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for you to talk about my personal life. Because when we go home, when we talk to each other, guess what?
Did she say when they go home? I thought she didn't live in a house.
It's me and him. It's nobody else's business. But yet everybody want to be in our business. I have a problem with that.
Do you think it's because you're a woman?
I do. Because if a man did it, y'all won't have a problem with it.
Y'all heard it here. Let's talk to Lena. Lena, welcome to WVON.
Hey, welcome. How y'all doing today?
We're good. Thank you so much.
I would like to say I am a Dalton resident. I'm a long-time Dalton resident. Miss Mayor, I am not a senior citizen and I am not a youth. And I would like for you to at some point acknowledge those of us that are in between. We are people too. And I heard her ask you, where's the turnaround for you? What do you think you fall short at and how are you willing to fix things going forward? And I don't think you answered.
Sorry, I had this. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take a moment. I know Lois so right. I had to laugh. It's funny, but it's not funny. So she's just saying she took somebody's man. Like something you should just keep quiet about. If you wrong, don't say nothing. Unless he is divorced, he is still married. She lied and said, "Yep, Carmen is with Keith Freeman, who is married." Now she wants people to mind their business, and that's why I say this just get pettier and pettier.
Answered that. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. I was one of those people that got denied for this homeowners grant that you said everybody qualified for to get new windows, they driveways fixed, and things of that nature. And then a day later, it turned around to be a senior veteran thing only.
Ooh.
Miss Tiffany, if you allowed to move forward, how you gonna include us in the middle that's just like you, that's 40 years old too? What you gonna do?
One thing about Elena, that is a superb question.
Good question.
Thank you so
Let's
much
get a good
for
answer.
that call because it's real. Let's answer, Superman.
So basically, with the grant, we made it for seniors and veterans first because they are on fixed incomes and they the ones who are struggling. I'm not saying the most, but really the most because they don't have money
Everybody's
to fix
struggling.
something
They
major
don't
like
have other disposable income.
correct. So that's what it was for. Now, the second grant that I pushed out, and of course the board controls the purse and stopped it, is to fix driveways, security doors, things of that nature. And that was for anybody. So when she say denied, no one denied anybody like
Because
that.
it hasn't moved forward.
It has not. It
And
ain't
when
went nowhere.
let me magnify what the super mayor is saying. When she said control the purse, that's a political.
Wait a minute. We don't need her to break down what the lady's saying. 'Cause Cleopatra Draper.
Verbiage. She's talking about maintaining the fiscal budget and access to
Your
it,
favorite
right? So, Lena,
millennial.
in other words, don't sit tight. Hold her accountable. And I'm saying this, well, she looking me dead in my eyes with these big eyes of hers, because she's right. We are sandwiched in between, right? And often, Lena, I feel you, like most things is for the elderly and then the youth, and then the rest of us, we just own our own. It's not just a Dalton thing, and I'm not defending or negating, but to hold her accountable is to come up with something creative and innovative to capture the in-between. Are you willing to do that, Superman?
Of course I am, because think about it. I am a trendsetter. So everything I have produced, every town has mimicked. So if I wasn't doing something right, why are you mimicking my formula? So other people don't make them first, but I did in my community. Then when the board starts getting so much traction on helping everybody, they start to destroy. And that's
what she's referring to is name ID, guys. So in other words,
why is this a millennial thing? And let me know, because I'm not a millennial, so I wouldn't really get this. So is this a millennial thing where they say, where they break it down for the senior? Because Tiffany is senior, right? She's 42. She getting up in them senior ages.
You can try, you can duplicate it, but you can't run that. Okay, so listen, do you have time to stay with us through the rest of these calls? Because they're gonna get big mad at me if you leave and you got like 4 more people. You got a few.
I can do one more.
Okay,
You said 10:30.
So so when we come back, I gotta take a break. Jennifer, Dylan, Eddie, she may not be able to stay through the whole you did, but Art, we see you on the live line. The super mayor has been so gracious with her time. We thank her. So stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
I'm Candace McCollum, and here are your news headlines. Today, WVON and the DuSable Museum are celebrating MLK Junior Day with a special screening of Save the Children. Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard joins Cleopatra Draper on her debut show. And Harris and Imhoff head back to California after inauguration. We will have details on these.
There I go with that mute button again. I'm gonna say that's the thing. She never had a plan for those who are in the middle. And the people who are in the middle are funding the seniors and the young people programs. So the people in the middle don't get those kind of program or help or assistance. And those are the people who really need it, because you're draining those who are in the middle. And that's one thing they missed the ball on. They continue to drop the ball on that. Like, help those in the middle. They the one really funding this for everybody to have. I mean, besides the money you get for the grants. But help those in the middle. I mean, I'm just saying. This is annoying, to be honest. Because everybody need help. Everybody ain't senior. And everybody's not a millennial. No shade to you millennials out here. Man, they could talk. So in the comments, so tell me what's your thoughts about this interview today, and what's your thoughts? I know you got some thoughts about this. All 13 of y'all. Yeah, they iHeartRadio. Are they talking to Kamal? And she been with him 4 years, and he's still married. Like, who's holding up the divorce so she can marry him? But he ain't gonna marry her now. She could have stayed. She could have stayed at home. She could have called in and did this one, like she do when she called the courts and they call in. And they have long commercials. And commercials like 30s, 60s. So I don't know how many they get. And we got, and after this, we're going to watch the video that Roxy Foxy sent in regards to this host, allegedly. 2 words slow. What? 2 words slow bus. Aw. Hey, Precise. She better stop talking to Kamal before Tiffany kick her. Look how she looking at her. And do you notice that she has a cross around her neck? Girl, you done stole the woman's husband. She talking to Kamal, y'all. She said, I've been with Kamal, 4 years. What? And you proud to say it.
Live from the Xfinity Studios, it's the station that America listens to. WVON, Boone, Chicago. It's Cleopatra Draper, your favorite millennial, on Chicago's essential storyteller, WVON.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. They got a lot of commercial in this. That's why I don't listen to WVON. They got too many commercials, and sometimes they be having older people on there. I mean, I'm older, but they long-winded. I be like, girl, come on. Sherry girl signed still a cute Cleo. Oh, shorty. Oh, shorty girl signed Stiller a cutie Cleo. No, I can't deal with her. The host was a sign snatcher. An alderman signed a black man. She signed. Okay, she took the signs out of a someone in Chicago's yard, not in Dalton. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go back though.
You know, when folks are saying, where them hard questions at? It's nothing like facing the reality that you are seeking re-election.
At least she knows.
And I think I've accepted from you that you are prepared to win or lose, but you're going to have to duke it out at the ballot box, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going to win. Hands down. Landslide.
Now, see, that confidence is some contagion, right?
You know, I always say that sometimes arrogance can be confused with confidence. And then sometimes confidence can be confused with arrogance.
Now, if she falls short, then she's going to eat crow. You know, it's only one way to do this. Either you win or you lose. Ain't no in between. And I know you know that in your tenure in your career.
Correct.
And, you know, with the calls that we've taken thus far, I definitely see LaDonna Ray on the live line. So let's talk to LaDonna. Welcome to WVON.
Yes, good morning. And good morning, Cleopatra Draper. Congratulations, of course, Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I want to say that with respect. Okay. Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I'm in your township and I see your passion. I see your passion for our community. It's undeniable. It could use a little bit of polishing. I think that people take it the wrong way, as you can see. But who has offered to assist you? Everyone's ready to crucify. But like, who has offered to come out and help you? Like, I'm offering to come out and help you in any way you need. Because there's
Hey, lady, I don't know if you know that she don't listen to nobody.
so much good that can come from you being the mayor and the superintendent versus not being in that seat. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to lend you whatever you need. And I think that everyone is waiting for the crucifixions of the questions and bring out the dirt. And it's so unfortunate because divided we fall and united we stand. We totally need someone with your passion. That can't be taught. With your heart, that can't be given.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So that is true, right? Her energy is unmatched.
Facts.
You drank coffee today?
No.
So this is real.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee, so this is real. And it's a natural fit. Now, how do you synergize and channel that for those that care about Dalton, as opposed to throw away the baby with the bathwater?
See, what's confusing about this conversation? Y'all talking about Dalton, then y'all talk about Thornton Township. Which job are you fighting for right now?
Right. So you got some infighting going on. That's noted. But yet and still, you ain't backing down.
Correct.
Right. And At the end of the day, it's up to the people to say yay or nay. And when folks did say nay to the recall, what did you say then?
I thanked them. I went door to door. I spoke to everybody, and I appreciate them for allowing me to continue what they started. They elected me. There's no way I should have been in a recall. I just got in office, and every single judge told them that. But yet they went to every level: circuit court, appellate court, Supreme Court. Every one of them told them, no, we're not recalling Tiffany Henyard, and I did not get recalled. So I was able to keep my seat because remember, we just got in office, not two.
Tell them that you won this. You kept your seat, but you still had to pay for it.
2 weeks in, my board was already bought before I even got settled. I didn't know what a light switches was or what none was in Village Hall to start the infighting. It was ridiculous. So after that, then they removed me off a bank account, which was illegal and unconstitutional. I had to fight that for about a year in court. They put Jason and Allison, they walked into a bank branch, put Jason on the bank account, and removed them.
Wait a minute. She said she didn't know where the light switches were in the Village Hall. But she was a trustee in Dalton for at least 8 years, and you didn't know what the light switches were for those 8 years? Because I'm assuming she's talking about Dalton and not Thornton Township.
The mayor of the town, off the bank, where's millions of dollars. That's why I said people don't know half the story. They just know what the news feed them, but you need to go chase the facts. And in doing so, guess what? I went on account for a whole year. So again, you keep saying, Tiffany over this, Tiffany over that. That's not true. I don't deal with money. I don't move money. None of that's true. But this is the false information that's out there. And that leads me to this with Lori. She came and did a report. My board hired her.
And what she's talking about, y'all, listen, she's talking about the former mayor of the city of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot.
That y'all fired, right? Y'all said, get out of here. And y'all said, y'all want Brandon Johnson, right? Okay, so why is she in my town? Why is she in Little Dalton? There's 23,000 residents fighting with me over whatever they think it is, right? The board hired her $400 an hour. That's what, $100 every 15 minutes to pay her and her staff, not just her and her staff, to come and do an investigation, right?
Hey, somebody had to come up with them numbers for her. Because I know she ain't do that on her own. Yes, Chicago. Okay, when the host running for an alderman. Okay, I see who's running for alderman. You can't help a fool, you facts. She's looking for a J-O-B, baby. Ain't no folks say nah to the rate call. No. Oh, made it think she won on a technicality. Facts. And she ain't telling that. S&G, Cleo has been the mouthpiece. She sure has. She reminds me of the skit that Obama did with the angry translator with Keegan, except reverse. She laughed. Exactly. Oh, wait. Then she said that she dealt with the day-to-day. I like.
If you got the feds there and all these people there, they trump everybody. So why are we paying money that y'all claim we don't have, number one, right? And then y'all bought her here for this political theater that you see going on, and then she give y'all a report.
Oh, she really sounds scared about that January 27th thing that's coming out. That's what this is all about. This is not about a campaign. This is about getting out in front of Lori Lightfoot report.
She give you a report with no substance, no information. She did itemize it. She didn't tell you what it is, but she wanted.
I know she ain't talking about. Did y'all see that a couple of days ago? We went over that that budget and how in 2023, 2024 they itemized everything, but then in 2024 they didn't itemize nothing. Crazy.
I need you to believe that I was the one spending or doing things. I give you a prime example. Amazon bill, they said they spent $40,000, right? Mm-hmm. And they alluded to it's the mayor, it's Tiffany. Tiffany don't do nothing
in one day.
In one day, I don't do shit with credit cards. Nothing.
Ooh, did she just curse? Didn't she just say no cussing to the people?
Nothing with credit cards, nothing with money at all. It just bothers me because it's just the lies they tell and I start getting attacked, right? Off a lie. Like the lady said before, she's right. You get attacked and got to fight the lie. And you start telling them, I didn't do it. It's not me.
So what do you say to the trolls? Because, I was going to wait and see if you brought it up, but even down to your wardrobe, right? Mm-hmm. This is what kills me. Mm-hmm. So it was one picture where folks found an outfit that they found on Amazon and alluded that because of the 40,000 in one day,
ridiculous.
You went shopping.
Ridiculous.
And you saying that you didn't have access to the credit card.
I don't. It tells you. Like everybody got Amazon accounts, right? It tells you who bought the item, when they bought the item, what the item is. Why did she tell y'all that? But I'm going to tell you on this show today. On the show today, when I did my research, when I saw that fake report went out, that's why I don't trust nothing they say or people they bring in because it's all geared to make one person look bad to try to make them look good and cover up what they've been doing. And that's what I'm going to expose. On that one day, you know what they bought? Ice. What? For the rink. Ice. That's what it was. I made Janice and Mike Smith, when I was trying to appoint him as my assistant and my VA and all that, I had them go do the research for me and tell me what those items were. And they came back, and that's what it said, ICE in that.
When she said VA, that's her village assistant or her virtual assistant?
ICE is for the rink, where you put the little pieces down and have ice so they can ice skate. That's what it was for. But yeah, they alluded to, I went shopping, I bought this, I did that. Not true. All fake.
So it was one purchase.
It was
and this ice skating rink, was it in the town?
It's for dogs. It's dogs. Okay. But they bought ice. That's what it was. That's what the money was for.
I read that nowhere, so you got that here.
Yeah. So I want to give you that little piece of information because I'm doing my report too. So when I put my facts out of my report of my own, because I'm going to get facts, they just give you a fake story just to make you look over here, but you should really be looking over here. It's just a distraction to make a person do something.
Jennifer, let's take your call real quick. Welcome to WVON.
Oh, it's Jennifer.
Good morning. Good morning, Cleopatra, and happy MLK Day. I was listening to Tiffany when she said that the people fired themselves. My question to Tiffany is, why would she fire a sexual assault victim that was sexually assaulted, allegedly, by one of her trustees in Dalton? He is yet working, but she fired the victim. My question to her is, why would she fire a victim? And
you see her face changed? That's crazy. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, she said, wait to see the day to day. Contradiction, queen. Yes, definitely. Now she said, it's the board. When did that ice skating rink open up compared to when that Amazon bill came out? And you didn't even get the approval to get the ice for the ice skating rink. Yeah, she should have given an itemized list. Yeah, she could have been gave the report. You didn't have to wait till Lightfoot. Oh, she called Larry. I said no, she didn't. Yes, now she doesn't deal with the money. Now, what is her job then? Did she just ice? Do something with that just ice, please. It was her sanctioned ice rink. Why didn't she know where they bought the fake ice from? Facts. Because I want to say whoever was the contractor for that was not in Illinois, but don't quote me. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember now. Oh, was this a fake story? I don't know. She knew this was coming. Yeah, she's trying to get ahead of this. I would check. Be back. Amazon sells ice. Amazon sells ice. I'm gonna look it up.
Keep a predator on the payroll.
Now, Jennifer, before I let you go, I do want to, for those that are listening, I want to magnify alleged because he has not been found guilty, correct?
I said allegedly.
No, I know that, but when you said a sexual predator, you're still putting him as though he is, and he has not been found guilty yet, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, because I want to be mindful as a mother of two Black boys. When we talk about this Black man and this Black woman and the word allegation, until he's found guilty, I won't allow us to call him a sexual predator until I see the results of the finding of the jury of his peers. And I think that's only fair. So I thank you for your call. And she's going to respond, but I needed to contextualize that.
So you should ask her, why is her husband stalking me? Why I'm in court with her husband stalking me at Hooters? Come in the window, peeping Tom stuff. Like, this is what I'm dealing with. You got all them haters on there. That's all haters. I can tell you every last one of them. That's why I say so when I talk, I do want to talk
to is like, let me break it down. Super Mary can see the names, right? And she's correlating some of the experiences. And I want you to answer because we talked about this real briefly before we go to break. Andrew Holmes was in play before you got there, correct?
He was already a trustee.
That's what I mean.
He came in with Riley Rogers as a trustee.
Riley Rogers was the mayor when you were installed as a trustee.
Mm-hmm.
So he was already there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pressing question is clear. Why retain him and then you clip her? We could talk about that on the other side if you're able to. But at the end of the day, I want to contextualize. At times in America, we will pursue as though folks are guilty before they're proven innocent.
I'm trying to find his ice at Amazon.
And until that man is proven guilty, I want us to contextualize.
She's in a Black. She got 2 Black sons. We all got. Most of us have a Black child in our family. We wouldn't want our daughters, our mothers, our granddaughters to be attacked by anybody, good, bad, or indifferent. And he ain't spoken up, so she has really shown who she is as both a person, a friend, and a woman. Trash person. Earful friends and a little girl with low self-esteem. Ooh, drop the mic on that one. Cleo is dumber than Tiffany. Oh. Ooh. Tiffany, big man. Oh, look how that face. That should be the thumbnail right there. No, she's LOCA. What's LOCA? Oh, Fania confirmed the type of fake ice that was purchased off Amazon on a Facebook group. But my question is, why wouldn't Tiffany know where it was purchased from until trying to hire Mike Smith? And who paid for Mike Smith? How much he get paid for this? That's interesting,
what
right?
allegedly means. And it's not to dismiss that young lady.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
But it is
loco,
to bring some
my
equity to the
fault.
space of what the seriousness of the nature is, and then how you are in the middle of it, per usual, Superman. So when we come back, she'll answer that. And then I got to let her go, y'all. She got to go to work. She got to go knock some doors. And she got to go try to earn support where she can, because she's not backing down. She said,
what door is she knocking on?
She ain't quitting. I asked a hard question. Y'all gonna have to fire her when we come back.
You're listening to Cleopatra Draper. We're the talk of Chicago. WVON.
Look at it. The hands movement. Oh, now I see why they say she act masculine. She's trying to explain. See, this is why people say this about you, but you got to do X, Y, and Z. You can tell that's what she's trying to tell her. She said, girl, nah. Mm-hmm. They the smartest person in the room. We can tell that already. I know I'm funny. I'm like, loco. I think it's an acronym. Everybody ain't black that work at Tiffany can't write like she used to at meetings. Oh, she gotta twiddle her fingers if she's nervous. Oh, when she's nervous. Man, she look pissed. Dang. This is crazy. Cleopatra Draper. She wanted her ratings today. I want to see if I can see how many people watched this today. I was like, where are people finding this at? And this thing was 3 hours. Are you kidding me? Ice Rink done $223 and Amazon purchase was $1.5. Oh. So Amazon was purchased $1.5 and the Ice Rink was done. Maybe they got it for when it was done and they put it down. That's okay. Can't really. Okay, look like they're gonna start talking again. That's interesting. Thank you, Roxy. I can't hear that. Man, we did good. An hour and 40 minutes, and this thing is only cut down by 20 minutes. Oh my, no. They still talking. Oh, so the ice rink was done. Purchase $1.5. Cleo needs to be a principal. She probably was. Oh, sorry, y'all. I know y'all want to miss that.
And that's why I think in translation she's saying, like, it's not even where you're getting it. Is it rooted? So even the previous calls, we're talking about the battles and the ups and downs of Andrew Holmes. He is yet to even be charged. Right. So it's not to negate the possibilities of what transpired. I'm not here to speak to that. As a woman, I acknowledge that whatever it is, let him be judged by a jury of his peers and let that young lady be made whole. Right. And whatever that looks like, how does it involve the super mayor? And the bottom line is she led the trip to a economic business development conference that her entire body went to, because the opportunities are endless that you can bring back resources to Dalton. So I think sometimes when I'm contextualizing what transpired and what's the big picture, it does drill down to a few things. Tiffany, you tell me if you agree. Personally, do you like me? Politically, do you respect me? And then from a campaign standpoint, do you support me? And some of them boxes are going to be skewed, right? You may like how I get things done, but you may not like how I do it. You may like what I'm doing, but you may.
Is this Tiffany PR lady?
Not like what I say. And we see that from the top of the ticket, whether it was Kamala running to our governor, to the mayor of the city of Chicago, and then we see the super mayor. And a lot of people may not like your way of doing things. So when I did ask, if you fell short of the glory, how are you showing up different? What is your answer?
So my answer is basically being more, I want to say more accessible, because I am more, how can I say it? They got more access to me than ever. Like I want people to come more to conversation with the mayor, things of that nature, to talk about whatever their issues are, instead of allowing the media to tell them what our issues are in our town. I'm at your door, I'm on your phone, I'm on your radio waves, so you can always hear my point of view. But if you guys don't meet me in the middle, we'll never be able to unified. And that's my goal for my community. I want to heal my community. I want to apologize to my community for all the negativity that's going on, all the
her community. I'm not part of her community. I'm not the community. Listen, this is what I kind of found. Slide note. So the ice and gold, this is for a pro rink kit. Now, I don't know the exact one they use, but you can build this in your backyard. So they probably had to buy, I don't know, $40,000 worth of ice. But that's crazy. Okay, so for this one, it's free delivery. So it takes 10 days. So I can see that maybe it was purchased and it didn't come 2 weeks prior to it. The rink was finished. So I can see that.
The hurt behind the drama, which was bought by my board to my city, because I would never put a black eye on Dalton. I love Dalton too much for that. Everybody stays there that I love and care about. So why would I make it bad for them, or let alone my residents? So I just want people to understand that part for me. I'm hurt by all the people attacking me. It's a lot.
But what I took away from that is that
hey, she really should have put him on leave until an investigation had been done.
Apologize to the city of Dalton. Mm-hmm. So for those that can hear, right? And
Dalton, what about Thornton too?
Feel at the end of the day, you don't make your decisions, and this is not to be pro or for or against.
Hey, precise. That's Tiffany PR woman right there. Cleo. You know Cleo, who remember back in the day, it was the Cleo who looked into your future and tell you your horoscope. Then she came back as a light-skinned woman.
And it was to give you a platform to be heard, because some of the details this tea you was spilling, we ain't gonna read it nowhere. And you got it authentically from the Superman. Right?
SJ,
so for all the calls that are coming in, we definitely appreciate it. I want to acknowledge your time.
Thank you.
And I want to welcome you to talk about your reelection. What does that look like for you? And then where do you take Dalton from here?
It's actually looking great. My numbers are up. That's why they continuing with the smear campaign, unfortunately.
How does she know her numbers are up?
We door knock, talk to people every single day. I still have a lot of love and support in Dalton, and that's what people don't show. I think people should interview those that do love Supermare, and not just all the hate that they spill on the internet and on the news. Pretty much the election is February 25th. That's the primary, and then early voting is February 10th through the 24th, and it's at South Suburban College and also Cayman City Library. I am number 1 on the board. Thank you. On the ballot, I'm number 1. So you punch 1 for Supermayor Tiffany Henyard. I'm running Tanika Hughes for clerk. She's punch 4, and then my ticket is Jocelyn King, Vanessa West Coast, and Linda Terrell. They're at the bottom of the ballot for trustee, and I believe their numbers are 9, 10, 11, but they're at the very end.
Oh, so you done picked up the women.
Yeah, I got all women's slate, all women's ticket.
So listen, so we're gonna have you back, because
they think she done something because she got an all women slate. Now all of them ain't right now.
As it thickens, I'm sure the plot will thicken.
Yeah.
But I see that you are uplifting women.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to carry this conversation to, because as a black woman being ousted from the boys club, I think you done created your own girls club.
I have to, because we got to pass the baton. It's too many times that people keep us on mute, and we can be on their side, but we can't. We're behind them, but we can't be on the side. We can't lead with them.
Tell me how to keep up with you.
So you can follow me on Tiffany Henyard, Facebook.
She don't even know where you can be following her at.
And also you can call us, but I don't get my number out.
There it is. Well, you got it, guys. You gonna come back to WVON?
Definitely.
Okay,
I'll be
excellent. So you heard it here. You got to have an exclusive.
You know she want her back, because that's her ratings right there. After today, ain't nobody checking for this chick.
With the Supermare. Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
Yeah. Thank you.
They still wearing.
I'm Candace McCollum, and here's what's happening in your local and national news.
You can't do that one. Yeah, hey, precise. I would like to know also where can we go look at these numbers? Now, if Foxy Roxy can't find these numbers, you know it don't exist. Tiffany said once before she would be victorious, but that didn't pan out for her, did it? Don't they know the camera's on? Oh, she seemed like a nerd. Why is she excluding men? Hey, men are the one who've been carrying her all this time, so I don't know why she doesn't. And men are the ones, really, a lot of men, they really are still for her. And I'm surprised she didn't have a nicer coat on, but that's probably her good winter coat. I guess if she would have came in a good coat, we'd been like, why she got that old coat on? Interesting. It's on fast forward for 2 speed it up 2. So it's almost over, y'all. I know this was painstaking. Was that Kamal right there? Hold on. Was that Kamal just walked in there? Hold on, y'all. I gotta see this. I'm like, what is going on? Hey, while we got this brief commercial, tell me your thoughts in the comment. Okay, there she go. She almost looked like my auntie. Yeah, she has a. I know, Made in Texas. I appreciate you hanging on in there. I know it was hey, this is cringy for me too. I was like, I didn't really want to be dealing with this. But I told somebody who sent me a message, I said, yes, I would. Okay. That's how she dressed to an interview. They probably got it. Oh, there go Kamal right there. Y'all see him? He finna come in. We used to call them M&Ms. Dang, they go. He must be a nerd too or something. I don't know. Cause why even put yourself in something like that, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm doing too much. Why she's okay. Indeed, my flesh is crawling. I know. I was like, oh, that 57 piece is popping. Yeah. The one I originally couldn't hear was Leota's recording, and he was breathing harder than a mug. Hey, you know that's from that cigarettes. Sounded like the whole Rona. SG. That wig is killing me. She been had that wig on. And my question to you is, do you think that she will show up tomorrow at 6 p.m. at South Suburban College? Whatever. What pants he had on? He like a little kid going out the door with his head. Probably smoke break. He doing security. This is probably the best job he ever had. He all on the camera. Oh, she got a regular coach party. You know, we see everything. Oh, this is over. They didn't even say bye. Oh, they left. Okay, to God be the glory. We got through that crap. No shade. Okay, one last one. And I got okay. They know y'all be coming. Y'all be finding this stuff out. Who? Oh, hold on. All right. Let's see. The wig. Okay. Probably. Oh, is Jed gonna be there? Cause he's a threat and she can't come. Well, I thought I heard him say he was coming, but I'm sure somebody will let us know. I feel like well, make sure I'm not breathing hard in the mic. With that being said, I heard him say it makes no people who are not from the area should not come because you can't vote, something like that. But yeah, let's find out. Okay, here we go, y'all. It's the craziest thing ever. All these commercials. Nice ring. Oh, skip ad. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get back over.
Patra Draper was at her campaign office on 103rd Street on January 9th. Our surveillance camera caught her departing, then another recorded Draper walk over to pull up a sign for 9th Ward City Council member Anthony Beal, the man she's trying to unseat. She then put it in her vehicle.
Well, have you ever removed the signs?
So listen.
Today, when we spoke to Draper, she initially would not answer when asked if she'd been removing her rival signs in the far South Side ward. Then we showed her the video. So how many signs have you removed of his?
You see that one sign on that corner on 103rd? That's garbage.
By coincidence, Sheila Robinson, an ally of Tony Beale, happened to be driving by as Draper grabbed Beale's campaign sign.
And she driving
that was just kind of low. It was not a good look at all for a candidate to be caught pulling up someone else's signs.
A few days after that incident, another surveillance camera recorded someone removing several of Beale's signs from the block where he lives. Draper said she was not involved in that incident.
And signs started coming up missing. I got a call from somebody on 73rd Street and called and said,
dang. Now she know this look crazier than ever.
Hey, I'm looking at a dumpster full of your signs. And, we went over there and saw it was over 100 signs put in a dumpster.
Larger yard signs like this one are being used by...
Hey, Anthony Beale been alderman over that area for a very long time. I believe his father was also an alderman over there.
Tony Beale and other candidates as early voting is about to begin. And campaign emotions start to run high. They're a bit harder to remove. On 111th Street in Pullman, I'm political editor Mike Flannery.
Dang. Oh, this is 2023. What is wrong with these people? Could y'all tell me that? What is wrong with them? And hold on, how you turn this thing off? Let me turn that off. Like, why you go stealing so? And that last one that she said it wasn't her. It looked just like her. She running all over this. That's the craziest issue you're gonna ever see in your life. A grown, big, tall woman running with some signs in her hand. And those things cost. They weren't cheap. If she doesn't win the supervisor position, or she's not going to win the supervisor position because she's not even on the ballot, that mayor side wouldn't take care of both her. Nope. Well, listen, I bet you come on get a job. Like, why my hair look like sideways? I be trying to figure that out when I be on here. Okay, not one to try to speak on another woman's looks. Mm-hmm. It looks like that, but that color wig definitely does. Why am I talking about this girl's wig? Doesn't compliment her. Anyway, that's all I'm going to put my child to sleep. Oh, she's going to put her child to sleep, but I'm still listening. Oh, I appreciate you, SG. I love you some SG. Oh, near. Trying to stack. I don't know why my. I can hear myself. I couldn't hear myself too. Okay, that's hilarious. This video had me. Yeah. Aw. I know. I thought it was so hilarious. Made in Texas, she got caught red-handed. She was going to lie until she saw the video. And what do they say? What is it called? It says, oh God, I just heard it today. It said, you always do what's right, even when no one's watching. She done failed that test. That's why she lost that election. You got me. She consistent with them red frames. I know. I was gonna put my red frames on too when I saw her. I was like, let me put my red frames on. What's it? Integrity? Integrity? Is that integrity? When you're supposed to always do what's right when even when no one's watching. Hey, red must be the end thing, Come all be wearing red. Hey, we all wear red up in here. I'm confused. I can hear myself. That's side note. Yes. And that's why I am so silly. Oh, character. Thank you, SG. Yeah, you're supposed to always do what's right, even when no one's watching. And then WVON hired her. That sounds kind of shady to me. Want to win at any cost? Yeah, and then you get caught running down the street. That's why I said she's no better than Tiffany. No, character. I appreciate that. I was like, what is that word? That looked crazy to me. Why are you running up and down the street with a sign in your hand. I mean, the best woman or best man is going to win, right? No matter what. Oh, precise. Maybe that's where Krigley gets the idea from. Facts. That's hilarious. Now, I done seen it all today. I'm like, now listen to Tiffany at the interview. It was a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't want to watch it because I'm like, because sometimes you get old, you get burnt out on this. Like, and that's why I like going to the meeting or let's see what are we gonna do to move forward? We can't keep staying in this mess. Hey, okay, made in Texas. Oh, she said, well, I gotta say goodnight because 5 a.m. comes early. Yeah, I know I got something place to be in the morning too, so I won't be on here too much longer. But I appreciate you made in Texas, and we'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be I'm going tomorrow to the 6 o'clock. I'll be taking my camera. I'm gonna stop doing that, smacking my lips. I'm going to record so we can talk about it tomorrow. All right. Good night, my friend, made in Texas. But yeah, at what cost does? Oh, okay. As I think and talk, I realize now why Cleo is her name, why she was doing so much talking for Tiffany, because she's really has been in that position like Cleo. She said, and really that's kind of says something about Cleo because you didn't think enough of this girl to think that she can speak for herself or explain this for herself. I don't know. There's some real weird stuff. And I'm excited for the next chapter. And I think really to be honest, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I think Tiffany needs to focus on what does tomorrow look like for her? And why get so why are you so into this like this? Because you already know that Thornton Township position is gone from you. So why don't you just focus on what you know you may not have? But you focus on Thornton Township. Thornton Township position is gone. It's dead. I'm just waiting on the physical receipts. Facts. I want to be proven wrong so bad. Look, I want to be proven wrong so bad. But I don't think I'm going to be proven wrong. I don't think there is any receipts that she can give. But she's definitely trying to get ahead of Lori Lightfoot. Why she call her Larry? That's disrespectful. I wouldn't go on. And you know what? And that's the sad part about it is even though that WVON is a small radio station. Radio station. I wouldn't go on there. Because you show that you ain't trying to hear the people. And VON was always for the people. But you know that she said they are, let's see. They are millennials. And millennials are different. Okay. Well, let's check some of these comments out. You want to check some of these comments out? Let's check some of these comments out. That should be a hooch. This will be the telltale what people gonna talk about them. Look. Okay. Let me see. Oh, she sure didn't explain that Wayfair. I'm not gonna leave no comment.
5 tonight, a low.
I want to hear this again. I want to see the comments. Okay, here's the comments, y'all. Let's just see the comments. We don't want to care what they talking about. Let's see. There go Dr. Nikita. She wanted to call in. Let's see. Can you see? I hope y'all can see this. Okay, let's see. I wish I could make the comments, but they ain't gonna let me. Headlines aren't lies because she's been sued. But you access the count. Jedediah is all on here. Oh, now you disrespecting a woman. Oh, hell no. this witch lost it. She had to die here hilariously. Oh, what else he got on here? Dr. Nikita, I have secondhand embarrassment. Oh, Faye, oh my goodness. Is she not telling the truth when you can easily go back and see the clips? You know they're going to go back that station, go look at it, read all these comments, and have a meeting about it. Okay. She won the election and everyone will start complaining all over again. Deborah says she will win the election. Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody laugh. Sally probably too. Tiffany really just did a Kamala interview. Each question that was tough was full of deflection and blaming Trump and everyone else. Shaking my head. These are interviews do not help her. That's a fact. It's always the comments for me. You always go to the comments. Her resume is taking advantage. Her resume is taking advantage of resident. Her resume? Resume? If Cleopatra is crooked, what would you expect this interview to be? Oh, they call her out. She's not gonna be on that. I don't think she's gonna be on there long. Came back though. It would be better. Bring Perry. Oh, Perry must have left. Perry's at. This is just a waste of time. No hard questions. Just two women wasting time. And that just says it sound like two homegirls talking. Man. You nor Carmela has responded to your 168-hour notice. You lost the people. A leader must have followers. Stay focused on the questions. Oh, dang. Oh, sorry, Kelly. Let's see. Interviewer won't let her answer questions. That's weird. That's how you know she's not going to be on the show long. But the ordinance was for all the residents. How you get him is how you lose him. Facts. He is cheating on you anyway. Dang. These comments is crucial. Miss Draper. Keep it 100. This interview has fallen deflated like 4 tires. Dang. These people in the comments said, next caller, please. They probably ain't never had this many people watching this video. I'm telling you. Oh, look at this. Danny said, I don't feel Cleopatra's asking the right question. She's making it too easy for her. Fact, because she over there smiling. Yeah, I know, right? It's the comments for me. Say, what was purchased and by whom? Say it. Don't go around it. And it's like, where's the receipts? Helen won the illegal bingo, huh? Oh my gosh. Oh, but you can't do that and expect to reelect. Presentation is important, especially when the behavior has not changed today. The people won't elect a version of Nino Brown. Yes. Oh, just go on WVON Facebook page and WVON 1690 Facebook page, and you will see this. If you the head, you are the one that's over it. You the executive. Okay. Host is a Delta. Didn't Tiffany once claim she was a Delta? Oh, how you know Tiffany was a Delta in a sorority? Why you don't see them girls come out and village administration? The village administration runs day to day operation overseas department. Look at this. Who is Larry Lightfoot? I almost fell out when I heard that. Blue Island is not in Thornton Township. Actually, it is. I don't think they realize that. A part of Blue Island is in Thornton Township. I'll look that up. She spent $40,000 on some ice. Well, ice for the rink that wasn't voted on. That need to come out her pocket. Kamal don't like it the same all the time either. Dang. It's the comments for me. Answer the question. People want the answer. But wait a minute. Yet he did not file for divorce in 2023. So they've been dating. That's why she need to shut the hell up. They've been dating for 4 years. That would take it back 2021, 2022. Yeah, he didn't file for divorce in 2023. Girl. The school don't want you no more. You've had years to tell your story. She sure have. She's not creative. She steals others. Who is the man in the gray jacket? Oh, I want the one who came in. Maybe somebody answer that. Oh, I think it's Michael Smith. Oh, they saying that. I don't think that's Michael Smith. But I don't think it is, but not in your case, Tiff. It's not innocent until with you. Oh, dogging questions. See, people. Well, let me know. I can't watch Cleo future broadcast. She won't seek the truth, only deflect. Yeah, she's not going to be on here long. You could tell that. And did she have an interview for this job? Nothing compares to the amount of money that you have wasted on Amazon or Wayfair. Oh, next up, Belcher Fields. If not, I'm out of here, never to return. Oh yeah, if she wins Dalton, that's gonna be that's gonna be true. I don't even want to be around. Ain't no need to talk about it no more. If the board approving their own purchases without oversight, how do that happen? Sad day. This is sad, on this day of all days for this foolishness. Hey, everything was foolishness today. Trump got in office. He did his inauguration. Tiffany went and go did her MLK interview. What more could happen today? I'm just saying. And look at Chicago now. Joke on them. It's worse than before. Chicago. Yeah, she said she was a teacher, so I'm sure she benefited from the pension. She was a Chicago teacher. I don't know if she was a Chicago teacher. Narcissist is not confidence. Okay. Well, okay, so I ain't gonna hold y'all much more. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all much more. I am going to Did I just yell that out? Sorry, y'all. Hey, I am going to let y'all go, and I will be back tomorrow at 8:00. But I may be back by 5:00 so I can record going into that event tomorrow at 6 p.m. But she said the doors open at 5, so I'll be there tomorrow at 5, so I can make sure I get in this time. And I'm sure it's gonna be a long line, so I'll probably get there about 4:45. Probably. I know people gonna be there. Probably about 4:30. Between 4:30 and 5. Well, I'm not going to hold you. I appreciate each and every one of you all. And I know this was painstaking. I know my numbers are low, but I'm glad you all decided to come and watch it with me. And we'll never ever talk about this again. There's some things we just won't talk about again. Well, that's your girl D-Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life. Chicago, that is. And I'll see you tomorrow on the other side. Uh-oh. Hit the wrong button.
Click the button, it's the time. Show some love, like and subscribe. Every view and every share keeps the content everywhere. Like and subscribe, join the crew. Hit the bell, it's what we do. Building From the comments to the streets.